trusted what I found. your desire for playing around. If you're out of your mind, you've lost control. I'm gonna take back what's mine. You'll never have my soul. This time you have really stepped across the line. Lives in a palace full of tales and lies. We gotta stay from it out. Expose the malice that you chose to hide. It's just a break out, breaking it so we can break out, breaking it so we can break out, breaking it so we can break out, breaking out. Wish you to believe in anyone when I get you streak and thief. Life's likely to have one up this sleeve. The game is on. We're playing the odds. The time is done. Pretending to act like our fools. Still just for fun. Who cares if it means we're living on the run? Lives in the palace full of nearest deceit. We've had to break it, get out, and go from madness, snapping at your feet. We've had to break it, break out. That I might be honest and gentle in some other life, 'cause this one I swear a hard man can't forget what I've done. Can't forget why. Hoping I got it all right in this life. Lives in the palace, the sleep with golden crown. It's just a break it, break out. They fight the rabbits, the weak and broken down. The pain and endless, let it out. Breaking it so we can break up, breaking it so we can break up, breaking it so we can break up, breaking out.
Sunlight 夢を覚ます朝の光また照らし出すこの世界途切れた約束だけ一人抱えてまぶたの昨日だけ追いかけた Stay high だけの強さに傷ついても絶対離さないよ Dear friends このままずっと覚ます朝の光そして輝き出すこの世界生きる意味を呼び継がれうつむく日もあるそれでも心には君の笑顔 Stay high 忘れてたよこんなに好きと助かるきっと君がくれた True feel 輝き夢覚めるから出会える新しい明日に絶対信じてるよ Your fate いつでもずっと Stay high 気づけばほら窓越し眩しいスカイブルーきっと明日のドアは Always green ありてた New days 春の風に聞こえる Graduation 今日からの True days 君と出会う明日へ I live a brand new days
そのもの東の凸国より海を渡りて現れり若者姫七から未だ知らずかの身滅ぼすこともかの願い叶えしこともそのもの勇み立つとき我を求めん共に荒れ野の道を行かん待ちて願え開口は我の古よりの定めなり地より現れし竜が黒雲をいざない天を覆うも舞よりし鳳凰その翼によりて四風を生むがごとく漆黒の世は広がりしも明星は一つ燦爛と輝く
Oh, Shenmue, you have been waiting for so long, but your time has almost come. Take a look at that title card, guys, because it's the last time you're gonna see it. It's been so weird. It's been so weird and interesting being someone who has finally been able to get into this series now that it's getting continued after 18 years? I'm pretty sure it's been 18 years. That is, that's nuts. That is absolutely insane, but it's finally happening. Hey, Dragon. Hey, Yuna. Hello, Alex. Yo, Shadow, you made it too. And hello, Agent Cat. I see you in the chat also. I figured I would give the opening, it's, you know, considering this is the final time, this is going to be the final stream, this is going to be the final session of the Shenmue story before Shenmue 3 comes out, I wanted to give the intro another time to shine, because it's the last chance it's ever going to get. I'll obviously say all my dues and my thoughts on the series up to, you know, it's up to the end of Shenmue 2 once I'm done, because, I've, you know, there's stuff I want to talk about. But, how about we actually get to the main event first? And that is Shenmue 2.5. Ah, Ryo, your journey's coming to an end. Yo, Mike Daiwan, of course you would make it to the finale. My handy chat-sized Shenmue 2 encyclopedia guide. I've already made that joke. I don't care. I'm making it again. You've been extremely helpful. I am very thankful for that. You have made things very smooth, and also in many cases made me not use a walkthrough. And again, I thank you for that. It's been very helpful. Glad you can make it, Shadow. I'm really glad. Interesting that you choose to come to a finale. I hope you're caught up on all of the stream archives, because things went down, and then now things are about to get very slow. What am I even doing? I gotta find Bailu at the village. That's what I gotta do. Hello, my good sir.
Hi, いらっしゃい。すいません。お、薬かい、お兄ちゃん。いえ、ハッカソンってどっちですか？なんだ、お客じゃないのか。ハッカソンへは道を聞こうっての？はい。なら、旅のお供にうちの薬買ってってよ。腹を下した時はこいつを飲めば一発だよ。
Of course they will.
薬はいりません。道を教えてもらえませんか？しょうがないね。ハッカソンかい。ええ。
Yes, basically, this section we're playing right now, from what I've been told and from what I understand, originally was supposed to be the start of Shenmue 3, but because the Dreamcast failed, development of Shenmue 3 never, got off the ground. And because they were never able to make Shenmue 3, they basically added this part on as an extra to Shenmue 2. Barely had time for anything of the sort lately, so I'm not caught up at all. Well, fair enough, dude. You know what? This is going to be a pretty chill session, considering what's going to happen. It's a very different pace from what last session was. I have no idea if I'm supposed to leave. I'm going to get as much information as possible. But yes, it's also bonfire night currently from in the UK, so you might hear some explosions in the background because there are fireworks going, and I also have my dog next to me who is not a big fan of fireworks, so I'm keeping him company. He is currently hiding under my bed because he likes to be under things to feel safe. So you might hear some rustling, just letting you know. Perhaps, as in you don't know. Oh yeah, I'm sure it's just a hop and a skip away. Yeah, you know what, lady? I'll take your word for it. Yeah, people here. What are you even selling? Hang on. No, I just wanted to look at them because they... What are they, like, geodes? Yeah, bonfire night. It's an English holiday. The long and short of it is, back in the 16th century, there was a guy called Guy Fawkes who tried to blow up the Houses of Parliament. And he was part of a whole thing called the Gunpowder Plot, where basically they put loads of barrels of gunpowder on the Houses of Parliament, and they were going to blow it up. So basically he was one of the original terrorists. However, he got found out, and he got arrested before the plot could happen. So it's celebrated every year with a bonfire, which is supposed to, like, be the actual gunpowder thing. I learned this in history ages ago. But, yeah, it's basically celebrating that he didn't blow up the Houses of Parliament. Which is kind of weird for the political climate of the country right now, because I'm sure there are many people who would want to blow up the Houses of Parliament. Anyway, let's talk about video games, not that. What do I have in here? Let's see, I see some knives. No, those are not knives, those are paintbrushes. It's like a calligraphy shop. calligraphy shop that doesn't have anyone in it. Alright, cool. Well, I'm glad I got to show off the inside of that shop. There's probably a lot of people who never saw the inside of that shop. Honestly, yes. I'm pretty sure it's just the same as the V for Vendetta plot. Like, I'm pretty sure V for Vendetta got a lot of inspiration from Guy Fawkes because, and the whole thing, because it's very similar. Anyway, I'm just gonna go this way, I guess, because apparently this is the way to Bailu Village, and this is a actual path, which is kind of nice. So at least it gives me some sense of direction. Hello there, sir. You look very interesting.
ハッカソンはこの道でいいんですか？おう、そうじゃ。そうですか。聞きたいんですが、ハッカソンへ行ったことはあるんですか？ああ、昔は何度かね。昔。ああ、若い頃の話じゃ。薬の行商をしとっての。今となってはこの年じゃ。とても山は越えられんよ。ハッカソンはそんなに山深いところなんですか？ああ、山をだいぶ越えなきゃならん。途中には目がくらみそうな崖もあるし、左右もわからんような深い森もあるぞ。
Oh, awesome.
そうなんですか。
Like I said, a hop and a skip away.
ハッカソンまではどれくらいかかるんですか？さあねえ。迷わずに行ければ2日。2日。歩けりゃ一生つかないかもな。一生って。冗談じゃ。でも狼には用心してな。はい。わかりました。ありがとうございます。
Oh yeah, it's usually celebrated on the 1st of November, right after Halloween, but it's being celebrated right now because you know, it's the weekend, it's people have more time, so they get around and yeah, they use fireworks. Anyway, it's over the mountains. That's a good sense of direction. Cool. Let's just sprint the whole way, Rio. Just make sure you don't lose that bag. Please. I can't believe after all this time we got the bag back. Feels like so long ago. Oh yeah, just that direction? Yeah, just that way. Okay, cool. Well, at least I know. Like, I feel like this is one of these sections, so it's probably going to be a lot of walking. And very slow-paced. But I feel like this would be one of those types of sections where there's a lot of just random people you could talk to, and they would be able to have, like, interesting characters, you know? At least we get to have a nice change in scenery. We've been in cities for so long, or, like, decrepit versions of cities. This is just pure nature. Like, not even the first game had this amount of just pure nature. Like, there was the park, but that was about it. The bad was the entire time in the hotel room. Oh yeah, no, I'm literally just talking about the model where Ryu has the bag over his shoulder. Like, that's all I'm talking about. Like, it's been a while since I've seen this model. Since, like, the beginning of the game. And maybe when we got to Kowloon, I honestly can't remember. Can I just go off the path, or... No, I can't. Oh man, they're gonna make us walk this whole way, aren't they? Oh, of course they are. God, there's gonna be so many, like, vistas and stuff that's just gonna be there just for the sake of being there. This is gonna be interesting. Actually, what happens on Halloween in the UK, it's an excuse for people to get drunk. And there's some trick-or-treating, but that's about it. Oh, this is just peachy. I'm glad Rio is someone who doesn't mind the rain like me, though. To be fair, though, there was a house on my street. that had a bunch of Halloween decorations up, and they went in. Like, I was super proud of that house. Like, unfortunately, my house and Mother, we usually put up some decorations. But unfortunately, we couldn't this year because they're packed away because I'm still moving house, which is happening next year, and this is a sight I was not expecting. Oh my god, you finally appear. It's been 2 games! You finally appear! Every holiday is an excuse to get drunk. You're not wrong! That feeling when it takes 2 whole games to get to the actual point of the story. Like, that's actually one of the things I wanted to bring up. Like, there's definitely some mystical stuff with the mirrors going on, but it's been a lot of real-world stuff, and they're hinting towards the idea of something a bit more mystical. But by God, this is why you don't. This is why you don't really try and plan your whole thing to be like a certain number of games long, because you can never guarantee it. Like, also this is extremely dire. Can I get a little context on this girl? She showed up on the intro for Shenmue 1, and that's the only time you ever see her in the first game, and she shows up for the intro on Shenmue 2, which is the one that started at the stream session, and that's the only time you ever see her up to this point. Other than those 2 times, this is the first time we're actually going to talk to her, and she's not going to spout prophecy.
Oi, しっかりしろ.
あの子はよかった、無事だった。あなたが助けてくれたの？
大丈夫か？
ありがとう。
なぜあんな無茶を？
助けなくちゃいけないと思っただけ。それに白い鹿は私の村の守り神。
守り神？白い鹿が。白い鹿村。
ハッカソン、私の村。
ハッカソン？どこにある？
この川を登った先にある。
遠いのか？
案内する。
Huh. So that's what Bailu means. Why dear?
私、シェンファ。あなたは？
俺はリョウ。葉月リョウだ。
リョウ。ついてきて。
Oh, thank God, I get an actual traveling partner. Holy cow. If I had to make this entire trip by myself...
あなたはどこから来たの？
俺か？
リョウはこの国の人じゃないでしょ？
ああ、俺は日本から来た。
日本？どこにあるの？
中国の東にある島国だ。
東の？
日本は中国と比べたら小さい国だ。
遠いの？
え？ああ、遠いな。外国だからな。
東の遠い国。
どうしたんだ？
ううん、なんでもない。
I'm just rehearsing for my intro talk.
シェンファー。
何？リョウ。
ハッカソンってどんな村なんだ？
小さな村よ。山あいにあるの。
ハッカソンまではかなり遠いんだろ？
うん。山を2つ越えたその先。
そうか。山を2つか。
Damn it, girl, why were you so far from home?
シェンファーはずっとハッカソンに住んでるのか？
ええ。小さい頃からずっと。
家族も？
うん。お父さんと私。ずっと2人で暮らしてるの。
そうか。
Yes, I believe that was the idea. However, that's a terrible idea because you should never... I am of the opinion if you're starting a series, you should never assume that it's going to do well enough to get a sequel and like leave it on a I feel like the first thing of a series should always be a complete story. You know, it should have a end. That's just my personal opinion because you cannot guarantee that it will do well enough to basically either one, continue at all, or two, be successful enough to continue the way that you want it to. Because that was the problem Xenosaga had. Xenosaga was like, yes, we're going to be like we're going to be a 7-game episodic series, and then they got to the 3rd game and they had to rush an ending because they just didn't do well enough.
シェンファー。
何？
So villagers, am I right?
ハッカソンにはどれくらいの人が住んでるんだ
50人くらい。
？50人か。
うん。村の人たちはみんないい人。きっと漁にもよくしてくれる。
いいところなんだな。
ええ。山に囲まれていて不便なこともある。でもみんなその山の恵みで暮らしている。
山の恵みか。この先村へ近づけばどんどん道が険しくなっていくんだな。
ええ。これから山を越えていくから、もし疲れたら言って。ゆっくり行きましょう。
Nah, I should be fine. Oh, it's gonna be a nice change of scenery from the cities that we're used to for this game. I would say overall, I way prefer the location of Shenmue 1, just because I feel more at home in that type of location, personally. So, it was a lot more, relatable to me, I guess, and also considering, it was the home of Ryo, and it's a place that he's, like, very familiar with. I don't know, it had a nice feeling. Like, this game's locations definitely had a good... You know what, this whole entire watch session is actually going to be it's going to be a really great opportunity for me to just speak my thoughts on this game and, like, the series in general. So, this is, a lot of this session's just going to be me talking about my thoughts about this whole thing. But, like, a lot of this game feels like you're a guy who's, it feels the way it should be. You're someone out of his country, you don't know what you're doing, you're getting lost every which way, everyone's trying to take advantage of you, and you're basically, you're out of your element. The first game feels very homely, because everyone knows you, you're friends with everyone, or you're at least acquaintances with them, and it's got a nice feeling to it, and that's the feeling I prefer, personally. So after all that, finally getting to some countryside. Also, since I'm from England, we have a lot of countryside, so this is pretty, familiar scenery to me. Not quite to this level, but, to at least a certain extent. This is a nice, setting. I like it a lot. Oh no, I absolutely think that was the purpose. Yeah, Shenmue 1 was supposed to feel like home. Everyone knows you. Shenmue 2 is thrown into an unknown place. You're supposed to talk to Shenmue. No. Well, to be fair, I don't have to talk to her.
金木犀か。
そう。中国では木製の木をカツラって呼ぶの。木製が林のように多いからカツラの。
The game doesn't force me to talk to her, except for this section.
たくさん咲いてるな。
ええ。山ごと金木犀の花に包まれたみたい。行きましょう、りょう。
ああ。
But I will talk to her, because I want to get information.
何?
So, about those flowers.
シェンファーは花が好きなのか？
うん、大好き。 りょうは？
花か。そういえば友達の家が花屋をやっていた。
日本の友達？
あ
花屋って何？
あ、花を売っている店だ。
花を売るの？
Oh wow, you are really out in the sticks, aren't you?
ああ、そうだ。
変なの。花なんてどこにでも咲いているのに。
そうか。そうだな。
りょうの友達が山から花を摘んできて売るの？
いや、原崎は。
原崎っていうの？その人。
あ
どんな人？
原崎は。
She was an old friend.
幼馴染だ。
そう、幼なじみ。
ああ、家が近くて学校も同じだった。
そう、仲が良かったの？
ああ、そうかな。
どうしたの？りょう。
仲は良かった。
そう。
Oh, I made that awkward. Cool. Is this like the feeling of like talking to your ex, even though she wasn't really an ex? Plus, Rio was dense as fuck. Excuse my language. Sorry, it's not the time for language. It's the time for it's the time for talking. So, what's your dad like?
シェンファーのお父さんは何をしてるんだ？
父はハッカソンで石工をしているの。
そうか。
ええ、山の石切り場でいろんな石を取ってきてきれいな石細工を作るのよ。村に着いたらお父さんが作ったものを寮にも見せてあげたい。
ああ、見せてもらうよ。
うん、寮のお父さんは？
Sore subject.
俺の親父は俺にいろいろなことを教えてくれた。
私も父にはいろいろ教わった。
あ、
寮のお父さんはどんなことを教えてくれたの？
俺の親父は。
寮、どうしたの？私、何か変なことを聞いた？
いや、ちょっと昔を思い出していた。それよりハッカソンはまだか？
この山を越えてそのもっと先。
Rio.
まだかなり遠いんだな。
Rio, you know we're nowhere close. The guy literally said 2 days walk. You know that we're nowhere close.
蝶がこんなにたくさん。
We're damn well a lot closer than we were since the beginning of this
お
adventure.
花みたいでしょ？
花？ああ、そうだな。本当に花みたいだ。
私、小さい頃に蝶が一斉に飛び立つのを見て、本当にお花が飛んでいったと思って泣いたことがあるの。
でもどうしてこんなにたくさん？
どうして？
ああ、花も咲いてないのに。
ここは蝶たちの水飲み場。
水飲み場？
そう、雨が降った後に葉についた雫を吸うの。雨上がりにはよく見かけるわ。
そうなのか。
God, it's gonna be so weird going to Shenmue 3. Like, not just the graphical upgrade, but also the fact that they have the... Like, I'm hoping people don't expect it to be this, like, God-given gift of, like, a perfect game. Because it's not going to be. And I think that's fine. It's going to continue the story, you know, and that's what it needs, you know, and it's going to deliver, hopefully. I just hope they also take in maybe the idea that maybe they shouldn't say we got 3 more games after this planned. It's going to be extremely interesting, and I'm not sure if we're ever going to get an answer. How much the Shenmue 3 we're going to get now is going to be different from the Shenmue 3 that they probably originally had planned. Also, the buttons... Not the buttons. The sound effect for the QuickTime events were completely different, so I was not expecting that. Okay, left and right. Oh, this totally would have been the like, tutorial for quick time events in Shenmue 3. Like, look at this. Shit!
怪我しなかった。
大丈夫。
Son of a bitch, I was suspecting X because legs. Alright, alright. Come on, Rio, we can't embarrass ourselves now. We've been quick timing event and doing quick times for so long now. And I feel like this game's giving me another chance. Nope, nope, it's completely different. Okay, X and then square. There we go. At least for each obstacle, it's the same button every time. At least that's consistent. That's actually a good point. Maybe they changed the Q2E sounds to not stress you out anymore with the sound, because they had a very high-pitched sound before.
ええ、滑りやすいから足元に気をつけて。
よし。
God, this is like training.
りょう、大丈夫？
ああ、大丈夫だ。
急ぎましょう。こっちよ。
ああ。
Well, at least Rio is still seeming somewhat fit. Oh god, what's this one gonna be? Okay, it was square. I said to myself, it's either gonna be up or square. Hey, Shenmue, it's getting pretty... It's getting pretty late. Sure you don't want to rest up? Well, I mean, it's fine with me. Now that I know what the actual bottom prompts are to which obstacle. It's somewhat easy now. Okay, so it'll be left, then right, then square. Yep. Damn, girl's got some stamina. I mean, living out in the mountains certainly does have its advantages. Like, it must be so good for training your stamina. Plus, the amount of clean air that you would be able to breathe in would also be really nice.
こんなところに泉が。
ええ、旅人も動物たちもみんなここで渇きを癒すの。
ホタルか。
It took me so long to get into this series because I didn't want to get into a series that wasn't done. Or, like, promised to be finished and then wasn't. Like, that's why I've also never touched Half-Life that much, because that is a series which is still got an open-ended ending that's not been resolved. And, like, why would I start something to get to the point where it's basically like, well, I want to know what happens next, and then it doesn't happen. Like, even when Shenmue 3 got, you know, the Kickstarter, like, succeeded with flying colors, I still wanted to wait for the actual game to show progress and be like, okay, this is an actual game now, before I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try this game series. And then when Sega released the Shenmue collection, you know, that was the perfect excuse. It's like, okay, we're gonna get into this series now. Or, you know, I'm gonna get into this series now. Like, don't get me wrong, there's, like, advantages, to, you know, playing Half-Life. Of course, the actual games themselves are fun, but, if I were to get into Half-Life now, I would almost have to just ignore what's happening, because I have to just accept, well, I'm not going to get a resolution. And that, to me, is just sad. Now, obviously, it could then turn out that Shenmue 3 has an open-ended ending, and then I'm caught in the trap, because then I have to accept, okay, well, now I just have to wait for a sequel if it even happens. That's why I say I hope they learned from their mistakes to basically go, maybe we shouldn't have, like, 3 more sequels planned after this when we don't even know if, like, the first 2 are going to be a success. And obviously we have to remember back then this game, especially the first game, was, like, years ahead of its time. But nowadays, not so much. So, like, the type of game they're making nowadays is way more doable. And that's fine. This game doesn't have to be innovative, like, or do all of the stuff that it tried to do, and, like, costing, you know, being the most expensive game. Shit, I pressed square button instead of X. And, you know, being what it is, and, like, trying to be, like, all impressive, and, you know. I hope I'm getting my point across. I'll talk about Shenmue... I'll talk about Shenmue 3 nearer the end, because that is a discussion thing that I will bring up. But also because I'm still on Shenmue 2. I'm not done with... We're near the end of Shenmue 2, but I'm not done yet, so I want to focus all energy on Shenmue 2. Before speaking about the sequel, even though I have spoken about the sequel, you get what I mean. Yes, rest, please. I'm getting tired just watching you guys walk. Really? Have they announced that? I'd still say that's a terrible idea, but I'm not them. Like, if they want to keep their original vision intact, then I understand that part of it. But let's just hope they've taken into account, like, they don't need to be innovative for the sake of innovation. It seems they've taken that into account. It seems like they're actually budgeting accordingly, because they know that this is going to be a niche game. Like, I just hope that, you know, despite Shenmue's 3 monumental success on Kickstarter and, like, all of the stuff, I just hope that it does well enough in what they've estimated, and then they can continue and finish off this saga. You know, that's the hope. God, could you imagine if people had to wait another 18 years for Shenmue 4? Oh, that would just be... That would be some poetic irony, you know? Or poetic justice, whatever you want to call it. To just have the same exact thing happen again.
Eh?
山の夜はかなり寒くなるの。服が濡れたままでは凍えてしまう。何か焚き木になるものを探さないと。あ、
焚き火の跡だ。誰かがここにいたのか。
きっとこの道を通った人がここで朝を待ったんだ。
まだ燃やせそうだな。
これだけじゃ朝まで持たない。 もっと焚き木を集めましょう。
ああ、外で探してくるか。
りょう、さっきの雨で外の木は湿っている。多分燃やせない。
じゃあどうすれば。
見て。焚き木があるわ。
Rio, they weren't even that small or twigs. I'm surprised you didn't see
この
them.
奥を探せばもっとあるかもしれない。
分かった。俺が探してくる。シェンファーは体を温めていてくれ。
うん。
Alright, I can do this. I can do this as a job. Let's go. Okay, so that should be a twig.
これだけじゃ足りないな。
Gosh, just wait till you see the ending. I'm really curious to find out how much of a cliffhanger it is. Like Shenmue 1 had a cliffhanger of like, you know, Rio going to China, so that's a pretty big cliffhanger. But if this has like a big plot twist cliffhanger, then I would say that would be worse. But we'll get there when we get there. Yeah, the thing with Shenmue 3 is a lot of people... Again, like, it's weird because Shenmue isn't cutting edge anymore. And I don't even mean that as a bad thing, you know? Like, when Shenmue 1 came out, it was, like, ahead of its time. It was like, oh my god, this is amazing. And Shenmue 2, less so, but it was still pretty impressive for the time. Shenmue 3, like, it's not trying to be impressive. It's trying to be Shenmue. It just so happened that Shenmue 1 at the time was super impressive. And, like, again, it's one of those games where I feel like people are falling into the trap of forgetting it's a video game, if as weird as that sounds. Like, it's really interesting. Well, I don't know if interesting is the right word. It's really, I don't know what the right word is. It's really something to see people, like, I get when people are excited and hyped. I get that too. Like, for FF7 Remake? Dude, I'm hyped as hell for that game. But I'm not expecting it to be the next coming of Christ. I know it's a video game with limitations. And there's going to be things that, you know, there's going to be, like, gripes with it, because no game is perfect, and I truly believe that. Like, because as the more complex your games become, the more opportunities for imperfections arise. Like, the most perfect games are the games that do, like, one thing, but do it really well, like Super Hexagon or Limbo. Limbo is almost as perfect as a game can be, because what do? You jump and pull things in that game. It's really hard to mess that up. With something like FF7 Remake and Shenmue, there are tons of things you can do in those games. And because of that, there are more opportunities for imperfections. So of course I'm expecting Shenmue 3 not to be perfect. That being said, I'm super happy that Shenmue's continuing, because now I'm into this series. Now I have a chance to, you know... I'm also coming at this from a completely different perspective, because I didn't grow up with Shenmue. You know, these games were before my time. That was also a really nice pool. I wish I got to look at it a little bit longer. But yeah, I'm coming at this as, like, I'm coming at this as kind of an outsider, because I didn't grow up with these games, you know? So I have a completely different perspective. Let's talk about life. That's great. Have you heard of video games?
父や村の人たちから習ったわ。
シェンファーは今いくつなんだ？
16。
俺の2つ下か。
りょうは学校には？
行っていた。
学校って楽しい？
ああ、学校には友達がいてよく遊んだ。試験さえなければもっと良かったけどな。
学校か。楽しそう。寮の友達って
I have a very
どんな
different
人？
perspective of school. Well, we talked about Nozomi, so let's bring her up again. Because that's a good plan.
荒崎がいた。
原崎。どんな人？
写真を持ってる。
日本の女の人ってみんなこんなに綺麗なの？
どうかな。
とっても優しそう。
俺のせいで随分迷惑をかけた。
何かあったの？
港のたちの悪い奴らにさらわれたんだ。
それで？
助けたよ。
よかった。
だけど怖い思いをさせてしまった。
その人は今？
カナダにいる。
カナダ？
遠い国だ。
会いたい？
俺にはやることがある。それが終わってからだ。
そう。
By the way, Shenmue, how do you feel about
他にはどんな
revenge?
人が？
Oh, I guess I could talk about my other friends. I got Tom.
トムがいたな。
トム？
アメリカから来た面白いやつだ。
その人
Yeah,
が
Tom was great. I love Tom.
いや、トムは街でホットドッグを売っていた。
ホットドッグ？
外国の食べ物だ。踊りが好きでいつも陽気に歌っていた。
楽しそうな人。
ああ、別れ際に技も教えてくれた。
その人は今？
故郷に帰った。今でも元気にやってるはずだ。
そう。他にはどんな人が？
Well, there's Goro.
そういえば五郎がいたな。
ゴロ
ああ、港で知り合った。初めて会った時、あいつはカツアゲをやってて。
ー？カツアゲって？
人を脅してお金を取ることだ。
悪い人なの？
いや、根はいいやつさ。もう悪いことはしていない。
Yeah, it really was that simple. Yeah, I remember
五郎
Goro.
はお調子者だった。
どんな風に？
God, that was ages ago. Jesus.
俺もいつの間にか兄貴って呼ばれてた。
面白い人。
五郎には港で荷物を運ぶ仕事を見つけてもらった。
ああ、村にもあるわ。牛を何頭も持ってる人がいて。
いや、機械で運ぶんだよ。
機械？寮はいろんな経験をしてきたのね。他にはどんな人が？
Well, that was the last one.
気象ってやつがいた。
その人は？
あることがきっかけで知り合った中国人だ。強情なやつだったけど誇り高くて自分の父親を心から尊敬していた。
その人は今？
日本で俺を助けるために怪我を負ってしまった。俺のためにあいつが。
その人は後悔してないと思う。
え？
友の危うきに身を捨て悔いることなし。中国人の法友とはそういうものだって父が。
法友か。あいつの中国憲法はかなりのものだった。できればもう一度剣を交えてみたい。
きっとまたいつか会えるわ。
ああ。
There was also this other guy called Ren. He was a real asshole.
シェンファーは
So you're saying he was a friend? I never said he was a friend.
寮は一人で中国に？
ああ、当李翔って人に会いに香港へ来たんだ。
香港。その人には会えたの？
あ
どんな人？
あ、北極圏の老子だ。
老子？
老子の写真がある。
見せて。
Do I have a picture? I don't remember this one.
青い服の人だ。
綺麗な人。本当にこの人が老子？
ああ、技も教えてもらった。この人がいなければ今頃俺は。
人の出会いは天の意志だって父が。
天の意志。
そう。 亮がその人に会ったのも偶然じゃない。天が亮を導くためだったのかも。
Oh, Shenmue. I know some people and some deities in fiction, and they prove that destiny can be a real bitch sometimes. An unfair mistress. By the way, do we actually have anything to eat?
シェンファーはいつもどんなもの食べてるんだ？
私は
Yeah, that's what I thought. Fanmei gave it to Rio. I vaguely remember that. It's been a little bit of time, like a couple weeks.
家に着いたらいっぱいごちそうする。簡単なものしかできないけど。
ごちそうか。楽しみだな。
ウサギはど
ウサギ？食べたことはないな。シェンファーはいつも？
うん。日本じゃ食べないの？
あまりな。牛肉とかなら。
牛は畑を耕してくれるのよ。
This is not the debate I was thinking we would have.
肉はどうやって？
山で取ればいい。
山か。大変そうだな。
時々父が捕まえてくるウサギとかキジや山鳩どうかした？
今まで考えもしなかった。肉も野菜も買うだけだったからな。
山で採れたものは山からの贈り物。肉は飢えを癒し、毛皮で寒さから身を守る。すべては山の恵み。
それが山で暮らすってことか。
そう。
もう夜も遅い。そろそろ寝た方がいいんじゃないか。
ええ。
Boy, this is so weird coming from Fatal Frame, Maiden of Blackwater, where the mountain was constantly trying to kill you and was a place where people committed suicide. This mountain's so nice and generous in comparison. What was this mountain when I was playing this game? When I was playing Fatal Frame.
風が変わったから。
それだけでわかるのか？
この季節は西風が吹くと晴れるの。
そうか。もう遅いな。先に休んでくれ。俺は火の番をして。
ありがとう。
A few hours later. Oddly, non-specific. That's a nice waterfall vista, though. You know what? I was trying to say, way back when, that, man, I hope Rio continues with his training, because, he's going to get real rusty if he doesn't, and here we go. He's actually continuing with training. You know what, Rio? Good for you. Good for laying my worries to rest. Now, punch that tree in the trunk. That's what you do to train your fists, right? You just punch trees.
Ryo.
悪い。起こしたか？
ううん。一眠りできた。太極拳。それもお父さんから？
いや、香港で習った。見よう見まねに近いけど、大地の気を吸い上げ、丹田に溜めるって聞いた。
木にも水にも石にも全てに力が宿っている。
全てに力が？
そう。私はいつも森から力をもらっている。
森から？
Well, if Shinto Buddhism and Goku has taught me anything, you can gain power from all these things. And they have energy. Well, Shinto Buddhism is the belief that everything has a spirit, which I guess applies to the mountain and the trees, and Goku, you just gain energy for a spirit bomb. Slightly different things.
ええ、夜になると時々群れで人を襲うわ。
人を。シェンファーは怖くないのか？
火を焚いていれば大丈夫。火には絶対に近づかない。
そうか。だから入り口で火を。
I'm gonna take your word on that.
火を絶やすわけにはいかないな。
今度は私が火の番をする。リョウも少し眠って。
いいのか？
うん。
ありがとう。
I know Shinto Buddhism is the main religion for Japan. Is it the main one for China also?
きらめくサンレイ湧き出す冷たい水は知らずゆまとった清らな森にしみる気高い姿で咲き誇るその花の寄せ合う花びら薄紫に輝きて吹きすさぶ風にさえ無垢な瞳は消せない光が集まる優しい梢のもとで幼い心に不思議な力宿りて豊かに注いだ小樽の川の流れに抱かれて眠れば遥かな面影いずこ
ごめんなさい。起こした？
いや、
No, I'm surprised it took you this long notice I was standing here.
村に古くから伝わる歌。
ハッカソンに？
ええ、村には古い歌もたくさん残ってる。
その歌の意味は？
ケイリンの風景を歌ったもの。雨上がりにケイリンの山々がきらめいてきれいな水が泉に湧き出てくる。その泉が慶水泉の源よ。
慶水泉って？
亮が私を助けてくれた川。
ああ。
夏になると澄んだ水のほとりにホタルがたくさん舞う。
だからホタルの川、慶水泉か。
そう。
シェンファー、そろそろ変わろう。
ありがとう。
Can't believe the game gave me the option to interrupt. Why would I interrupt? Whenever stuff like that happens in games, I always let them finish. Plus, it's a really nice song. Yeah, who's ready for another day of walking? I sure am. Got my bag, got my shoes. Got my jacket, which I should probably really wash by now. God, Rio probably needs a shower.
ああシェンファーの言った通りだな。
行きましょう。こっち。
Alright, back on the road.
よう見て。
変わった形の山ばかりだな。
でも綺麗でしょ。
ああ、
酸性っていうの。
酸性？
ええ。女の人の体のような柔らかい曲線を持った山って意味。
そうか。
That's, pretty interesting. Man, I don't even have my, map anymore. I have no idea where I am. Oh, and they do it. Oh man, they actually added in the glistening effect. That's actually really nice.
シェンファー、
何？
こんなに山道を歩くのはずいぶん久しぶりだ。
そう。寮の育ったところにはどんな山があるの？
山か。日本には富士山という綺麗な山がある。
日本、寮の国。
ああ、
きっと遠いんでしょうね。
海の向こうだからな。
海か。見てみたい。
シェンファーは
You're watching some of my, Yakuza playthroughs? Which one are you on right now?
ううん、一度も
出たいと思ったことは？
思わない。だって森に行けば花や動物たちがいろんなことを話してくれる。
え？花や動物が？
そうよ。
一体どうやって？
うまく言えない。でも同じ森に暮らす者はきっと心が通じ合っている。
心が通じ合うか。
うん。
It'd be nice if people could understand each other with different communities on the internet. That would be nice.
シェンファー、
何？
So what's the wind telling you?
風のことなんだけど。
え？風？
ああ、シェンファーは風の向きで雨が分かったんだろ？
ああ、そう。風の向きや湿り気で天気はわかる。
じゃあ昨日森でシェンファーが言ったのは？
あの時は湿った西からの風を感じた雨雲が近づいている兆し。
そんなことが分かるのか？
風だけじゃない。雲を見ても天気はわかる。
雲？
ええ。空にもやがかかったようなおぼろ雲は雨を呼ぶ雲。小さく連なったイワシ雲は晴れの知らせ。
If you say so.
そうか、雲が。
亮も気をつけて空を見上げていれば天気を知ることができる。
俺にも？
うん。空にはたくさんの印がある。よく見ていて。
ああ、分かった。
Yakuza 0 Part 85 Cabaret Club Finale. Damn, you're in there deep. Well, so yo, get it what's?
亮。
ああ、いや。
ハッカソンはこっちよ。早く行き
Welcome
ま
to
しょ
the
う。
stream, my dude.
Oh.
To the Shenmue finale. And you're right, this is some pretty dope-ass music. I shouldn't say dope-ass, I should say some pretty good music. It's not the type of game to say, oh man, this is pretty dope. Yo guys, I'm playing Shenmue, I'm with my ghost Shenmue, it's pretty dope, man. It's like the least... It's the least, like... This tone that they're setting is the least that. It's some pretty beautiful music. It is. God, imagine if Shenmue 3 took on that tone. What a case of tonal whiplash that would be.
何？
Also, what's the downslope like?
山を下ってるようだけど、ハッカソンには近づいてるのか？
ええ、そうよ。
そうか。この山道さえ抜ければたどり着けそうだな。
うん。あと一つ山を越えれば。
そうか。まだ山が続くのか。
They never stop, Rio.
もう疲れた？
いや大丈夫だ。
うん。もう山道には慣れたでしょ？
Yeah, I'm getting used to it.
そうだな。だいぶ楽に歩けるようになったな。
うん。よかった。でも山は登りよりも下りの方が歩くのが難しい。足元に気をつけて。
Wait, really? You think so?
わかった。
昨日の雨でまだぬかるんでいるところもあるわ。
ああ、気をつけるよ。
You think it's harder to go downhill? Huh. Never heard that before.
崖崩れか。
Kiwami does indeed mean NicheStream.
多分昨日の大雨のせいで。
他に道はあるのか？
わからない。そういえば前に父が別の道があるって言ってた。
別の道？
来る途中に分かれ道があった。
あの道か。
もしかするとあの道が。
Yeah, Yakuza Zero's is really cheap right now, and it's usually really cheap anyway. It's totally worth the price. Did I back Shenmue 3? Yes, I did. I did back enough of the game in order to get my own copy.
シェンファー。
よう、さっき見た分かれ道まで戻りましょう。
I've only
この
backed
辺りには他に行ける道はない。
technically 4 projects. One of them got cancelled and I got my money back, so that one wasn't a problem. But yeah, I've backed technically 4 projects, actually backed 3 projects. One of them is in a bit of trouble right now, so, you know, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. But it was Shenmue 3, Bloodstained, and last one, I won't mention just in case, but it's having difficulties right now. It was a game called Harem Protagonist,
この道がそうなのか。
which Team 4-Star did. They looked at the demo for that game. It's still getting worked on, so but very very slowly, and they've got a very toxic community, and I don't really talk to I
この
don't
道を行くしかないな。
うん。
go on the communities
行こう
that much.
シェンファー。
Well, things anyway.
りょう、
But yeah, the 2 I absolutely had to back were Shenmue 3 because I just felt that was important for gaming history, and Bloodstained because I wanted a Castlevania. Sorry, Shenmue, did you want to say something?
シェンファー。
え？
道は分かりそうか？
うん。この道は一度も通ったことがない。
そうか。かなり深い森が続いてるな。
ええ。それにもう長い間人が通った様子がない。
日が暮れる前にこの森を抜けないとな。
うん。急いだ方がいい。
よし。俺が先に行こう。ついてきてくれ、シェンファー。
ええ。りょうに任せる。
It's harder to go downhill because it's more slippery, I guess, after the rain. Yeah, I can... If it's steep enough, it's definitely, difficult. I just also find it a personal preference thing, you know? I think everybody who got the Kiwami Rush finished on them should have, Kiryu's, fingerprints, or fist prints on their body. That'd be a neat detail, that'll be super hard to do, though. Bloodstained was also important for gaming history. It literally, him giving the middle finger to Konami. Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. Like, Metroidvanias... I wouldn't say it's, how do I put this? I'd definitely argue Shenmue 3 getting greenlit is more important for quote-unquote gaming history. I kind of want to go this way, because this way feels like the wrong way, and I want to see what's down this path. But it was nice to have Iga come back. And I'm glad that the Switch port finally got the patch. I'm just kind of sad that, like, it's very obvious the reason, like, it's very obvious that they, you know, they had to take their time with the Switch version because they had all the different SKUs that they needed to do for every version of Bloodstained. But that's me getting into technical talk, and I won't get into technical talk. Just, there's certain things to do with development, which I can understand why they took a while, and like, a lot of regular people don't. Let's just put it like that. Well, you guys know my, shilling for that series. Yes, you're right, Shenmue. It is a dead end. You don't have to rub it in. When Shenmue asks you to see some flowers, say yes, it's a trophy. Well, I would say yes anyway. Because why would I say no? No, I don't want to interact with you in any way, despite the fact that I've been asking you loads of questions about certain things. I missed some because I was talking about, you know, Shenmue 3 and some other topics, but, you know, I tried to at least listen to as many as possible. Also, here we go. This seems like the right way. Or at least a way.
Kawaka.
りょう、あそこなら渡れそう。
ああ。
苔の生えている石には気をつけて。滑りやすくなってるから。
だけどこれぐらいの浅瀬なら。
ううん。川の流れは見た目以上に力がある。滑れば浅いところでも足をくじくことがあるわ。
わかった。気をつける。
私が先に行く。
And that's my dog coming out from under the bed, so if you heard that... Hello there, buddy. The fireworks are over, so you can come out now. Shit. I wasn't paying attention to the quick time event. Damn it. Oh, that's embarrassing. Yeah, redo? Straight up just got... He had to retry because of the embarrassment. It was too embarrassing. Had to retry. He could have just, you know, got out of the river and just, you know, walked off the wetness, but no. It was too embarrassing.
Ah.
このまま行けばいいんだな。
うん。
よし、行こう。
And thus more walking ensued, with Shenmue in tow, and now a dog on my lap. Buddy, look, I'm streaming right now. I know everyone would love to see you, but unfortunately I don't have a camera because I can't afford one. Everyone would love to see you. My dog is literally resting his, See, I'm right next to my bed, just because, like, this is my living situation at the moment, but because of how high my bed is, it's actually the perfect height for, one of my dogs to, sit down and lay their head on my lap as I sit down to record. So that has happened before. So, he's currently just, laying his head on my lap while sort of just lying down across from the bed. I used to play this game as a kid all the time, but I had no idea how dedicated the community was. Yet, you know what? I don't blame them. They've been waiting. They've been waiting a while. That's why it's been kind of interesting being someone who was not dedicated, and I never grew up with these games, finally getting into these games, you know? It's been super interesting. I'm glad I can be a person that can play these old games, you know? I'm so glad I can tolerate... tolerate's such a harsh word. I'm so glad I can enjoy them. That's, you know, that's way nicer. With some old games, you do have to tolerate some things. Like, let's be honest. Especially with Shenmue 1, there are some things you have to tolerate. But I still immensely enjoyed that game, and it's a very slow pace. She will also ask you at a point if you want to go left or right. Both paths will lead to the goal. Take the left part, though, it's an extra scene. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Thank you for telling me.
要はどんな時でも武術が頭にあるのね。
いや、そういうわけじゃ。
私が先に行く。
Right, okay, don't embarrass myself. Don't embarrass myself.
気をつけて。
Oh my god, you have to do that fast. Okay, left, right, X, right, left. So basically, okay, so basically, it's kind of like a slide.
大丈夫？
ああ
Oh, and there he goes underneath the bed again. Okay, man, you have to do that quite fast.
りょう、気をつけて。
Okay, there we go. I hesitated there for a
よ
second,
かった。
but
無事
I
に
got
さ
it.
れて。
あ
行きましょう。ハッカソンはまだ先よ。
あ、わかった。
And now we're on the road again. Can't wait yet to back to... But that's not how the song goes. Fuck. On the road again. Can't wait to get back on the road again. Can't wait to start making music with my friends. Can't wait to get back on the road again. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how that country song goes. That was probably a country song. Sounds like a country song. I just remember hearing that ages ago from somewhere. At least Rio got a bath finally. Not in this canon. In this canon, in this timeline, Rio still needs that bath desperately. And some soap. God, he's probably got that terrible feeling where you get a little bit, you know, like sweaty and, you know, it's that feeling where you haven't had a chance to properly wash yourself and you just feel gross. You know, you just wake up and you just feel gross. And it's like, God, I just need a shower right now. Like, I just need to not be gross. My body is gross. People's bodies are gross. Your body is the most gross thing about you, and probably the most gross thing on this planet. Rio getting a bath is a game over. It's a fail state. Yo, Shenmue, you keeping up? I kind of want to... Is she actually, like, running behind me? Okay, she's at least walking. I kind of want to see if she's running, but because of the way the camera works, I can't see. I mean, I know she can run. We've seen her run, and she has a run animation, but, you know... It'd be kind of cool to see her running behind me. Well, whatever. This is nice scenery. I'll take it. Nah, it's canon. Went back to the other side of the river to try again. Yeah, but Shenmue also went back... By that logic, Shenmue also went back to the other side of the river. Huh, random statues.
土地神様。
えどうしたんだ
元の道に戻れた。
本当か
うん。この土地神様が目印なの。さっきの崖崩れはこっち。そしてハッカソンはこっち。
そうか
ここから先はいつも通っている道。もう大丈夫。あとは私についてきて。
ああ任せるこれで一安心だな
Oh man, I like being head honcho for all of that 15 minutes. You know what? I'll take it. Just means less work for me now.
何？りょう。
シェンファーはいつもこの道を通ってるんだよな
うん。
シェンファーはいつも何のためにこの道を
老海山の船着き場に行く。
船着き場には何をしに
村で手に入らないものを買いに行く。
どんなものを
村では鉄が貴重なの。鍋や包丁、それに
Of course she did, she had to show him again.
鉄か
いつも大切に使って
God, that's some low-key shade getting thrown at my skills.
村では直せないから。
そうなのか鉄の他には
町でしか売っていない薬も。
薬か
Oh my god, not the medicines. I had enough people trying to sell me that stuff back at where I docked.
急病になった時には町で売っている薬がいる。
そうか。薬も貴重なんだな。
ええ、船が運んでくる。でも薬は高いからたくさんは買えない。
そうなのか。シェンファー。
何？
What else didn't I ask about? Let's see. Talk more about your village. I want to know.
ハッカソンのことをもう少し聞かせてくれないか。
そうね。ケイリンでも古い村だっておじいさんから聞いたことがある。
古い村か。
ええ、唐の時代から続く古い村。
唐の時代から。
その昔。
Oh shit, which one was the Tang Dynasty? Oh god.
都を追われた鬼人が
Damn it, China, why do you need to break apart and build yourself every, 100 years or so?
分かれ道か。
りょう、ちょっと遠回りになるけど、この先に綺麗な花がいっぱいの場所がある。
花？
うん、行ってみる？りょう。
Yes, yes, please. I'd want to go see the flowers.
そうだな。せっかくだ。行ってみるか。
ええ、こっち、ついてきて。
Oh god! Notifications! Oh, that's right! I turned notifications off to test something! Whoops! I completely forgot I did that! Oh shit, I hope no one sends me a message. I completely forgot that was a thing that I did. Well, I guess we're going to be seeing some trophy pops. That's some immersion killing stuff right there. I could go into the settings and change it very quickly, but I feel like that would be immensely immersion breaking. Yo, Strotty, you made it. What's up, my dude? Just popping by before you go in to see the movies? What movie are you watching?
見て、りょう、綺麗でしょ？
ああ、そうだな。
You don't see Joker. You got there before I asked the question.
前にここを通った時はまだつぼみだったけど、今はもう満開。
そうか。
行きましょう。まだこの先も花がいっぱいよ。
ああ。
You know what? That's a nice shade of yellow. And yellow's one of my least favorite colors. So the fact that I'm saying that, that's also a nice texture. Okay, that's a bit harsh. This is still super like, no joke, considering this was on Dreamcast and also Xbox Original. Xbox Original was pretty beefy. Like, this is actually, this is some amazing, like, tricks to try and make it seem very, vibrant and lush. Like the scenery and all of the, forest. Like, there is some trickery going on here, and you know what? I think it's awesome. Like, the fact that this game's in HD kind of ruins it a little bit, because this game obviously would have been played on a CRT, and that would have covered up a lot of the tricks going on. But, you know what? I think technical tricks like this are awesome to see. Oh no, that's a very, very specific thing to be proud of, or like to see, but you know what? I dig it. Do I accept friends on PSN? Yes, I do. I actually have a very specific, I should probably be speaking to Shenmue. I just realized, like, oh man. We've been silent for a while now.
俺は花のことはあまり。
そうなの。
だけど、親父はユリの花が好きだった。
りょうのお父さんが。
But yes, I do accept friends on PSN.
また原崎って人の話？
I'd appreciate if you wait till after the Shenmue 2 is done,
そうね。
when we get to the end,
お父さんが好きだったユリの話ね。
just to avoid any pop-ups.
ああ、今でもユリを見ると親父を思い出す。
誰でも 思い出のある花はあるのね。
ああ。
You can skip ahead if you talk to her, by the way, with hurry on. Why would I do that,
こ
though?
れは雲の木。
I want to speak to her.
雲。
村では
Shit, I
そう呼ん
wanted
で
to ask about the yellow
エゾが
flowers.
雲の
Damn
足
it.
みたいでしょ。
そういえば似てるな。
村へ帰るとき、
So that's a creepy
こ
looking
の木
tree.
が見
Holy
えると
crap.
少しホッとする。
え？
ハッカソンへの道はここでちょうど半分。この木が目印なの。
なるほどな。
さあ、
Halfway, you
行きま
say.
しょう。村はこっち。
This tree is a few shades away from being a Dark Souls boss. Like, this tree is like away. Like that tree was a little bit away from being like
何？亮。
the Great Rotten, with how it looked, or being like a spider tree boss of some
私
kind.
は大丈夫。慣れてる道だから。
そうだったな。
亮こそ大丈夫？少し休む？
いや、大丈夫だ。それより先を急ごう。
焦らなくても大丈夫。この道は、
シェンファーの知ってる道だったな。
この先。道の途中に綺麗な泉があるの。もし疲れたら、そこで一休みすればいい。
泉か。よし、行ってみよう。
No, that sounds nice.
シェンファー。
何？
Can I talk about? Ah, damn it. I'll talk about Bailu Village again.
村のことをもっと教えてくれないか。
もっと？そうね。ハッカソンにはいくつもの言い伝えがある。
言い伝えがあるのか。
ええ。何百年も続く古い村だから、たくさん残ってる。
どんな？
そうね。亮の育ったところにはどんな言い伝えがある？
俺の？あるといえばあるけど。
教えて。
そうだな。
Okay, there's, Inari God.
俺の家の近くに山の瀬稲荷っていう神社があった。
神社って？
中国の廟や寺に似てるかもな。
ああ、神様がいる場所なの。
その神社で願い事を祈るんだ。
願い事、叶った？
さあ、どうだったかな。
叶わなかったの？
あまり真剣に祈ったことはないからな。
そうなの。
シェンファー。
何？
Can I talk to you more about gods?
ハッカソンにはどんな言い伝えが？
そうね。言い伝えはいくつも残ってる。
じゃあ、白い鹿が守り神というのもそうなのか？どんな話なんだ？
ずっと昔に日照りが続いて、とうとう山火事が起こった。そして村が炎に囲まれた時、一頭の白い鹿が現れた。
白い鹿が。
その白い鹿は村人たちを山奥の泉へと導いたの。
泉に？
そう。その泉のおかげで村人は山火事から逃れることができた。
それで村の守り神なのか。
それからも白い鹿はたびたび現れて村の危機を救ってくれたって。
不思議な話だな。
村の人はみんな信じてる。私も。
Man, I wish my family had a guardian spirit.
また分かれ道か。
りょう、何してるの？
ああ、また道が分かれてるな。
もう私についてくれば大丈夫。こっち。
ああ、そうだったな。
I guess we'll just ignore that path then.
シェンファー。
何？
So about drinking water, it's pretty good.
山を歩くとき、飲み水はどうするんだ？
この辺りを歩くのなら水の心配はいらない。川や湧き水の出る泉がいくつもあるから。
そうか、川の水は飲めるのか。
大丈夫
Dude,
よ。
PS4 is so worth it for its games now. It has so many good ones.
私の家に着いたら
It might be worth just saving up for a PS5 with it being
村ではみんな
backwards compatible to. Okay,
川は
it's okay. Scratch that.
子供たちが遊んだり
PS5 has backwards compatibility. We just don't know to what extent yet. It might be worth saving up for a PS5 if the backwards compatibility allows you to just take your discs from PS4 and just straight up put it in the drive. You
ど
know?
んな遊びを？
みんなで魚を捕まえたり、向こう岸まで泳いで競争したり。
案外元気だったんだな。
But it might be more affordable to get a PS4 because price will drop at that point.
泉か。水の色がこんな。
この泉は五色泉っていうの。
五色泉。
昼頃から夜にかけて泉の水が5つの色に変わるの。だから五色泉。
不思議な泉だな。
So what's the color right now? Green?
あ、もうすぐ色が変わる。見て、りょう。
Okay, now it's green.
どうしてこんなことが。
どうして？今まで不思議に思ったことはなかった。
そうなのか。
Man, I can't believe how early I was with that call. What if we can't download PS4 games on PS5? That's probably one of the easier things to do. I don't know. Again, PS5 stuff, we're still waiting for info. But, there's definitely a lot of rumors, and some of them sound, if they are true, like, it'll be huge.
別の道を探すしかないな。
Like, the biggest one was, and there's been multiple rumors about this, so it has some credibility, but apparently PS1, PS2, PS3, PS4, and PS5s are going to be compatible with PlayStation 5. Like, if a patent is to be believed, and if if reports of, like, technology they're testing with is to be believed, which is related to the patent, if they can make that work, that will be super impressive.
こっちへ進むしかないな。
Also, probably very expensive.
よし、ここからまた俺が先に行こ
わかった。りょうに任せる。
Oh hey, would you look at that? We're going back to the path which you said that we didn't have to worry about. Shenhua? Okay, I won't write you in case you didn't know. Yes, no, backwards compatibility is confirmed, but we don't know to what extent. That's the thing we don't know. We don't know how it's going to be backwards compatible. We don't know to what extent it's going to be backwards compatible. That's the thing we need info on. Like, if you say it's going to be backwards compatible, you also have to say how is it going to be backwards compatible. Like, do we have to download all the stuff? Do we put the disc in and the disc just works? You know.
父の病気によく聞くの。
え、お父さんの？
ごめんなさい。待たせちゃった。
ああ、行こ
She said sorry. Fair enough. Apology accepted. Yo, Steampunk, you made it too. Glad to see you, dude. Or dudette. Or the happy dude rainbow in between. Alright, we're going this way, and that's final, and I'm going to hope to God we don't go into a dead end, so I embarrass myself. But this seems like the right way. If this map is to be believed, and I appreciate this map at least shows us where we've been. Holy crap, that is so useful. And it's a dead end. Shenhua, don't say anything. Don't say anything. God damn it!
他の道を探しましょう。
う。そうしよ
Yes, Shenhua, I know it's the wrong way, but you don't have to rub it in. God, ever since I heard that phrase from Dragon Ball Abridged, like, ladies and gentlemen, and that happy little rainbow in between, that's how I always like to refer to it as. I just think that's great. I don't know why, I just feel like that's a great way to get around it. I'm a dude? Well, fair enough. I will try and commit that to memory. Right, okay. Now, last time, going right didn't bring us anywhere, but this time...
う。ん？
どうしたの、りょう。
これはさっきの薬草だな。 向こうにもあるの。
あ、こんなに薬草がこんなにたくさんあるなんて。
Is that a good thing? I mean, I guess I can help.
これくらいかな。
うん、これで父も助かるわ。
よかったな。
亮のおかげ。
いや、
本当にありがとう。
先を急いだ方がいい。
Oh god. Female being nice to me, I don't know. I don't know how to react. Damn it, Rio. You had Nozomi, you had Joy, you got Shenmue all up in your grill now. It's just secret, man. Obviously just being being a tough, pretty handsome guy who knows karate, so he's pretty fit. His sweet jacket. I mean, that probably helps. That looks like a dead end. But this time, I saw it ahead of time, so you don't get to tell me that it is a dead end. Cheating the system. And another change of scenery. Into the mountains we go. And that is another dead end. Okay, maybe... Ah, crap. Maybe that way I went was the right way. Shit. Maybe I jumped the gun. Ah, shit. Maybe I... Oh, damn it. If this turns out that that was the right way and I thought it was a dead end, then I'm gonna look like an idiot. When I reach the rocky path, I'm almost there. Okay, well... This way wasn't a dead end, was it? It wasn't. Shit! Now I just look like an even bigger idiot than before. God, that was the right way. Ah! I tried to cheat the system, and instead the system cheated me.
変わった景色だな。
岩が橋のようになっていくつもつながってるの。ケイリンではこんな景色があちこちで見られる。初めて見た時は私も驚いたけど。
まるで人が作ったみたいだ。
そうね。長い長い時間をかけて風と水が岩の形を変えていく。
そうか。
That's pretty cool.
狭いけどなんとか渡れそうだ。
ええ、でも足元に気をつけて。
ああ、落ちたらおしまいだな。
ゆっくり渡れば大丈夫よ。行きましょう。
ああ、俺が先に行こう。
Hopefully with no quit time events, so I can avoid a bath, right? I indeed fought the law and the law won. Even though it wasn't really the law, it was just me overcomplicating things for the sake of... Basically nothing, because I just didn't want to have Shenmue just be like, you're going the wrong way, Rio. I was trying to be smart. It ended up not working. I'm gonna go slow here. I want to take in these visuals. No one say anything. No one say anything. Just gonna go forward. Just gonna pretend that didn't happen. Man, Rio, you ate some serious shit there. Alright. Okay, Just gotta very carefully. Okay, yeah, I knew that was gonna happen because I was at the edge there. Okay, very carefully. Rio. Okay, we're good. Nope, nope, that was a lie. We're not good. Alright, going for it. God damn, you figured they would, like, make some... Couldn't nature be nice enough to put, like, a guard railing?
橋が途切れてる。
落ち着いて飛べば大丈夫。
あ
亮も早く。
ああ
You know what? Never mind. Nature's not so nice. Ha! Didn't make me take a bath that time.
さあ行きましょう。道は続いている。
よし。
ハッカソン。亮、行きましょう。
ああこのまま行けばいいんだな。
うん。
よし行こう。
After many days, mainly just 2, and many nights, mainly just 1, of traveling, Rio and Shenmue made it once again to the forest area, filled with the lush Dreamcast trees and lush, glittering Dreamcast God rays. I think they're literally just called God rays. Anyway, and through many herb picking and flowers and falling off of things that they really shouldn't have fallen off of, they made it to the lions statues? Okay, I was not expecting lion statues.
これは石獅王。
石獅王。
分かれ道に置く中国の古い道しるべ。
道しるべ。じゃあ。
いつもの道に戻れた。この先は知っている道。
そうか。
ここから村までは。
What a coincidence that it happens to be the exact same thing as last time.
私についてきて。
ああ。シェンファー。
何？
Alright, let's remember to actually ask about stuff. So, about those stone lions.
あの石獅王、香港でも見たな。
石獅王は中国のどこにでもある魔除けなの。
魔除けか。
うん。旅の安全をお祈りする。
そうか。それで道端にあるのか。
ええ。特に分かれ道に。
分かれ道に？
そう。悪い霊がやってきたら村の方へ来ないように守ってくれるって子供の頃に教わった。
そういえば香港でも町の入り口に置いてあった。
そうでしょ。他に子供が病気になった時にもお祈りする。
子供？
そう。小さい頃私が熱を出すと村のおばあさんがお祈りしてくれたんだって。
村にもあるのか？
うん。村の道が交わるところに置いたり、自分の家の壁に彫ってある家もある。
あちこちにあるんだな。
そう。
Stone lions are cool. I like stone lions.
何？
I could either choose path or mountain path. Let's go with path.
だいぶ歩いてるけど、誰ともすれ違わないな。
ええ。村を訪ねてくる人はめったにいない。村の人が出かけることもあまりない。
そうだろうな。これだけ山奥だと。ん？どうした？
亮が村に着いたらみんなが珍しがる。
ああ、そうかもな。
子供たちはきっと喜ぶ。みんな外国の人と会うのは初めてだから。
子供たちか。
亮。
ん？
もしよかったら子供たちに話してあげて。日本のことや海の話を。
ああ、そんな時間があるといいな。
え？
いや、できればそうするよ。
ええ、お願いね。
And I hope they accept someone like me.
どうしたシェンファー？
この分かれ道、どっちだったかな？
迷ったのか？
ううん、 大丈夫。どっちに行っても村には帰れる。ただどっちかの道が遠回りになる。よく似た道だから見分けがつかなくて。
よし、じゃあ俺が決めよ
そうね。そうして。
Right, I got it. You've kept it clear to me. We'll be going left. We'll be going left.
う。こっちの道へ行ってみよ
うん。
う。これは？
タンポポの綿帽子。
そうか、タンポポか。
Oh, dude, I love dandelions, even though they're technically a weed.
小さい頃からここでよく綿帽子を飛ばして遊んだ。
And dandelion fields are the best when you like run through them. There were like a couple when I was a kid that I used to run through, and and then if you just had the like regular dandelion, you would just pick it up and then just blow the cotton buds off of them. But then you find out that they're a weed, and it's like, that just takes all the fun out of it now. They're technically a parasite plant.
Kirei でしょ。
ああ。
雪が空に向かって舞い上がってるみたい。さあ行きましょう。
ああ。
Seems actually kind of important but missable. It kind of hits something about Shenmue. Well, just keep those, keep those spoilers in check. I know you're not gonna spoil, but just make sure. I don't want to get this brain pumping too much, but I want to get my crazy conspiracy theories out there. Yeah, I noticed something. Let's not worry about it.
何？
So about that other path, as opposed to the path we talked about before.
この辺りはどこもそう。
シェンファーは道に迷ったことはないのか？
小さい頃はあった。でも迷ったら獣道を行けば大丈夫。
獣道？
山の動物たちがいつも通る道よ。それをたどっていけば水のあるところへ出るの。
どうやって見つけるんだ？
動物たちの足跡を探す。
足跡か。シェンファーは動物のこともよく知ってるんだな。
子供の頃から森で遊んでたから。
自然と覚えたってことか。
うんうん。ほとんどのことは父から教わったの。
お父さんか。
ええ。森や山のこと、動物たちのこと、空や星のこともいろんなことを教えてくれた。
そうか。
Can't wait to meet this father of yours when we finally get to the village.
りょう、村はこっち。
ああ。
Legs burning. Need food. Stomach growling. Need water. Mouth like a desert. And carrying bag. So long. So glad I have company. So I just don't go insane with the walking.
シェンファー。
何？
ここにはどんな動物が住んでるんだ？
いろんな動物がいる。
昨日狼がいるって言ってたな。
うん。この山には狼もクマもいる。
狼やクマか。シェンファーは怖くないのか？
怖くない。危ないことはないから。クマは自らは人を襲ったりはしない。
そうなのか。
でももし子グマを見かけた時にはすぐに離れないと危ない。
子グマを？
そうよ。母グマは 自分の子供を守るために自分の身を捨てて戦う。
子を守るために自分の身を。
でも本当はめったに人を襲ったりしない優しい動物なの。
そうなのか。
Well, at least they aren't like
シェンフ
hippos.
ァー、
何？
狼や熊の他には
Hippos are
どんな動物
bastards.
だ？
ウサギやキツネ、タヌキ
Literal
も。
assholes of the animal kingdom.
キツネやタヌキか。
亮の生まれたところにはどんな動物がいたの？
そうだな。
There was a cat.
猫がいたな。
亮が飼っていたの？
いや、近くに住んでいた野良猫だ。親猫が死んで一人ぼっちの子猫だった。
そうなの。
でも近所の子供たちが力を合わせて世話をして元気に育ったんだ。
じゃあ今でも日本で元気に？
ああ、多分な。
多分？
俺が香港へ出発した頃、その猫もどこかへ行ってしまった。
そう。
でもどこかで元気にやってるさ。
うん、きっと。
I never got to finish its side quest though. That was the one thing I regret not finishing in Shenmue 1. I tried so hard.
何の音だ？
滝の水音みたい。左の道から聞こえる。
滝があるのか？
ううん、この近くに滝なんてなかったはず。
じゃああの音は？
わからない。見に行ってみる？
Sure? Why not?
そうだな、行ってみるか。
うん。
You know what? I never commented on it before, but I'll comment on it now. It's always great when you say the exact same thing the character you're playing is feeling or saying, you know? Like, because that shows that the designers perfectly got what feeling they want you to be feeling at that time. So anytime that I accidentally say the exact same thing that the main character is saying, I'm actually super jazzed about it because I'm like, wow, they actually got it completely right. Also, that is a weird way that water is falling.
Wow. 枯れた川に水が戻った。
え？
見て。この川にはもういくつきも水が流れていなかった。
そうか、この滝の音だったのか。でもどうして急に水が？
昨日の雨。あの雨が滝になって川に流れ込んでいるの。
あの雨がこの滝に？
うん。激しい雨が上がった後はあちこちに小さな滝ができる。
そうなのか。
川は
Damn,
利
that must
口
have
に
been some
向かう。
rainfall.
村はこの上流よ。
よし、行こ
うん。
Huh. Go figure.
う。シェンファー、
何？
一人で山を歩いていて危なくはないのか？
危ないことなんて何もない。月のない夜や雨がひどい時はじっと動かないでいるし、動物たちは驚かさなければ決して人を襲わない。
That's some supreme confidence.
そうなのか。
うん。山のこと、森のことを知っていれば、人だって山の生き物と同じ。何も心配することはない。
I guess that's one way to put it into perspective.
人も山の生き物か。
でもね、りょう、
え？
蛇には気をつけて。中には毒蛇もいるから。
毒蛇？
うん。上から見て、頭が三角の蛇は毒を持っている。地面を這っているから近づいてきても気づきにくい。
Okay, well you just pop that. Cool. I'll keep that in mind.
そうか、覚えておこう。
うん。噛まれたら大変。
ああ、気をつける。毒蛇はたくさんいるのか？
時々見かける。でもこの近くには あまり毒の強い蛇はいない。もし噛まれてもすぐに手当てすれば大丈夫。
そうか。
ちょっと安心した？
ああ、まあな。
Still doesn't make me feel too great though.
りょう、もうすぐ森を出る。
ああ。
ここまで来ればあと少し。行きましょう。
Oh my god, we've made
家
it.
はすぐそこよ。
そうか。シェンファー、ハッカソンはもう近いのか？
村の人たちが住んでいるところまではもうちょっとある。
そうなのか。
でも私の家はこのすぐ近く、この小さな丘を登ったところにあるの。私の家に寄って行って。
でも俺はハッカソンへ。
寮には命を助けてもらった。そのお礼をしたいの。
え？
家で休んでいって。いいでしょ？
ああ、わかった。
うん。さあ、ついてきて。もう少しで家に着くわ。
Rio, just take it. Just take it while you have the chance.
シェンファー。
ついてきて。家はこの先。あとちょっとよ。
そうか。
Okay, the time for talking is done. I understand. That is a damn big cherry blossom tree.
ここよ。
I mean, I'm assuming it's cherry blossom. Assuming it's pink. Oh, that's cherry blossom.
この木は？
シェンムー。
え？
シェンムーという木よ。
シェンムー。
毎年この季節になると綺麗な花を咲かせる。
そうか。
私にとっては大切な思い出の木。
今年もまたシェンムーの木いっぱいに花が咲いたな。
It took 2 games, but we finally have a reference to the title.
シェンファー、綺麗な花。
そうだ。この子の名をシェンファーとしよう。
シェンファー、それがいいですわ。シェンムーの木がきっとこの子を守ってくださる。
シェンムーの木に咲く花がシェンファ。
え？
そう、私の名前。
Shenhua is a flower of the Shenmue tree. Well, that's a beautiful shot, though. Can't deny that. I must admit, I did actually know what the reference in the name to Shenmue was, but I'm so glad I get to finally see it.
俺の家にも春に花を咲かせる木があった。
寮の家にも？
桜という木だ。薄桃色の花が枝いっぱいに咲く。
桜。寮もその木に思い出が？
ああ。
行きましょう。こっちよ。
I still can't believe they waited until the sequel of a game to actually have a tie-in to the name of the game. That is insane to me. God, they really wanted this. Like, they had planned this from the beginning. It was going to be like, you know, 11 chapter plus series, and the thing is, if you can make it work and it pays off, it's amazing. But God, it's such a gamble. Don't worry about it, Steampunk, honestly. Like, there are definitely things they're insinuating, but nothing concrete yet. Or at least I'm insinuating things from what I think they're insinuating. I could be reading too much into it.
シェンムーの花が咲く頃になると毎年。
ここはもうハッカソンなのか？
ええ。ここは村の外れなの。
そうか。
Cool. So, pretty cool tree.
あの木。
シェンムーの木。
ああ、ずいぶん大きな木だな。
うん、とても古い木なの。父のおじいさんが子供の頃にはもうあれくらいあったって。
そうか。
もう何千年も生きている木。
何千年も。シェンムー。
どうしたの、リョウ？
気のせいかな。
え？
何かを感じるような気がする。
感じる？
古くて大きいってだけじゃない。うまく言えないが、魂が宿ってるような。
本当に？リョウも本当にそう感じるの？
え？ああ。
私も小さい頃からずっとそう感じていた。
シェンファーも？
子供の頃、あの木の下で遊んでいた時、シェンムーの木に包まれているような気がして、一人でも全然寂しくなかった。
俺にもわかるような気がする。
うん。
今こうしてる間もあの木に見守られているような。いや、ずっと前からあの木を知っていたような不思議な気持ちがしてるんだ。
Nature can feel like having that power sometimes, even though I'm a man mostly of technology. I must admit, there is something whimsical about being in a forest by your lonesome when, like, the wind and trees are rustling, and you're, like, got this really old ancient tree. I don't know. I sort of get that feeling, you know? Not quite to the point where I think it's got a spirit, but it's definitely whimsical. By the by, where's your family?
シェンファーはお父さんと二人暮らしって言ってたな。
うん。家族は父だけ。母はいない。リョウは？
おふくろは俺が小さい頃にはも
う。お父さんは？
親父ももういない。
ごめんなさい。私。
いや、いいんだ。シェンファーのお父さんってどんな人なんだ？
頑固だけどとても温かい人。
頑固で温かいか。
りょう、お前がまだ眠ってる時間から農家の人は働いている。人参の収穫も一本一本丹念にな。それをお前は粗末にできるのか？ん？
God, my dad was so good at guilt tripping. He was the ultimate guilt tripper. Imagine if you're just eating chicken nuggets, and then when you didn't want to eat your chicken nugget, your father was just like, son/daughter, I'll have you know that chickens toiled away inside a poultry farm in order for them to get made into nuggets for you to be eaten. How dare you don't eat them?
どうしたの？
いや、なんでもない。
私も。
え？
本当の父は死んでしまったらしいの。
死んだ？
ええ。 お母さんと一緒に。
そうだったのか。
でも私は本当の両親のことは覚えてない。どうして命を落としたのかも何も知らないの。
今のお父さんは？
両親に代わって私を実の子のように育ててくれた。もちろん私も本当のお父さんだと思ってる。たった一人の私の大事な家族。
そうか。
You okay, guys? Your dialogue's kind of overriding itself a little bit.
でも小さい頃はよく父を困らせたわ。
え？
ダダをこねたの。お母さんや兄弟が欲しいって。
Yeah, it must have been hard for a child to understand.
兄弟か。
りょうはいるの？
Who was Fuku-san?
兄弟はいなかったけど、福さんって人がいた。いつも一緒に鍛錬して、
鍛錬？
親父から武術を習っていたんだ。二人ともよくしごかれた。汗だくになってよく喧嘩もした。本当の兄弟みたいに。
そう。
俺が香港に行けるようにいろいろ協力してくれた。
いいな。
え？
そんな人がいてくれるりょうが羨ましい。
ああ、本当の兄弟じゃないけど俺にとっては大切な家族だ。
うん。もうすぐ日が暮れる。今日は泊まっていった方が。
いいのか？
ええ、助けてくれたお礼を少しでもしたいの。私は夕食の支度をするから待っていて。それまで一休みするといいわ。
Man, I've already had dinner, but I could go for a second dinner right now. Or a dessert. I could go for a dessert. Sorry, that's actually just me talking about how I feel right now in real life. Just in the middle of streaming, just like, I could go for a dessert right now. Got some syrup sponges in my fridge. Oh! Have some custard or some cream with it. It's delicioso.
りょう、座って。
ああ。
You know what? This looks good
こ
too.
れくらいしかできなかったけど、
いや、うまそうだ。
たくさん食べてね。
You know, a dinner like this kind of reminds me. My mom would always say like,
うさぎ、
oh, it's the rabbit.
裏山に罠を仕掛けて取ったの。
Like,
美味しいでしょ？
my mom would always like make the
Ah,
dinner,
so
and then
that.
whenever she presented the dinner with me, if it was something like really simple, she would be like, "I'm sorry, it isn't anything too fancy." And you know what? I would say to her, "You know what? That's fine. Like a nice, just wholesome home cooked dinner is just really nice sometimes. You know, you don't need anything too fancy.
ゆっくりくつろいでいて。この家のどこでも
Just give me a
好きに
chicken
使っていい
pasta
から。
bake, and oh, I'm so happy.
大したものじゃないけど、父がこの辺りで集めたものがあるから。
Put some
よかっ
cheese
た
on
ら見
it.
ていて。
Even a
Ah,
tuna pasta
so
bake
good.
is super nice. Just like, if I, that's if I have to think of home cooked meal, I think of a chicken pasta bake. I don't know why. That's just the one I go to. Like, that's the most home cooked meal I've ever had. Just the way my mother does it. Fancy is when we do roast dinners. Like, that's a very British thing, but yeah, roast dinner is the most fancy, like, home-cooked meal we ever do.
シェンファー、
何？りょう。
Actually, that's a lie. My mom got super into, and my sister super got into Korean food. So there would be days where we would have Korean
先
days.
に寝室で休んだ方が。
We would have,
いいのか？
what do you call them?
遠慮し
Gyozas?
ないで。
よし
Like, we would have beef gyoza and kimchi with oh god, what is it called? Gyoza's as a starter, kimchi as a starter, and then the main would be, oh god, what is it called? It's where you have the egg on top and it's rice, and you like mix it together with like beef as a meat. Shit, I can't remember. Anyway, regardless, I should be getting to bed. You can look at things in the house that triggers different scenes. Okay, I'll do that. Is that a pipe?
横笛か。
父が作ったの。私が赤ん坊の頃、シェンムーの枝で。
シェンムーの木で。
この笛の音を聞くと、どんな時でも泣き止んだって父が言ってた。
子守歌みたいだな。
うん。
Gyoza's nice. I like gyoza. A lot of interesting looking stuff in here.
鍾乳石で作ったケイリンの山。
鍾乳石ってこの辺の洞窟で？
石切り場から持ってきたの。父は石を見るのが好きだから。
石を？
声が聞こえるんだって。私にはわからないけど。
石の声か。
Flute from a tree, voices from a stone. I wonder what else you got. I want to take a look at some of these. Probably not that one. Doesn't look high enough texture. Okay, no, never mind. I could look at it perfectly fine. No problem.
これは刺繍なのか？
その織物、父が昔から持ってるの。
Was it Gyudon?
洛陽よ。
洛陽。
唐の時代に栄えた古い都。夕日の輝きがとても綺麗に街を染める。
行ったことあるのか？
うんうん。だけど懐かしい感じがするの。
懐かしい？
目を閉じると浮かんでくるの。洛陽の景色や行き交う人々の息遣いが。
Bibimbap. That's what it was. Bibimbap. Sorry, I just looked it up right now on my phone. Bimbap. That's what it was. That's the dish I'm thinking of. Where you put the egg on the top of the rice with the beef. With vegetables also. And you like mix it all together. Oh, that's so good.
この本は
星座の本よ。星宿が書かれている。
星宿？
人の運命に関わる星のこと。例えば北斗七星もそう。
北斗七星が？
北斗は死を司る神様って言われているわ。
死を司る神。
北斗が瞬く夜は良くないことが起きるって。
Kenshiro, is that you?
昨日の夜もそう。北斗七星を見ていたら何か胸騒ぎがして。
胸騒ぎ？
だから寝つけなくて歌っていたの。
そうだったのか。
Holy shit, it really is Kenshiro. Did you realize that the color of the sculpture is the same as the Phoenix mirror? Ah, yeah, Bimbap is like the Korean version of Gyudon. Okay, fair enough. Sorry, I know it as Bimbap because I had the Korean version. I guess Gyudon is a thing too. Okay, fair enough. Is there anything I can look at here? Nothing. Can I look at this? No, I feel like I've looked at the important stuff. Oh, there's this though. Hiding away in the corner. You're not gonna get away from me so easily, content.
この絵は？
ケイリンのどこかよ。
そうか。
But to answer your question, no, I actually didn't notice that the sculpture is the same stuff as the Phoenix mirror.
この山に入って帰ってきた人はいないって古くから伝わってる。
なぜ？
わからない。でも今じゃ誰もその山に入らないわ。
God, is there gonna be stuff I can look at in the kitchen? Oh god. That is not what I was expecting to look at. Alright. You know what? I feel like I've seen a lot, so I think we're good. Unless there's anything in here.
これは
どうしたの？
Well, that's certainly important.
同じだ。この図面は？
古くからこの家に伝わってるって父から聞いたわ。でもそれ以上のことは何も話してくれなくて。りょう、この鏡は一体？
昔親父に託されたものだと聞いた。
りょうのお父さんに？
Many people call it a MacGuffin.
この石はハッカソンでしか取れない糖が緑石。
糖が緑石？
どうしてこの鏡が日本に？
わからない。
父なら何か知っているかもしれない。
お父さんは今どこに？
石切り場にいるわ。そこで糖が緑石を。
どこにあるんだ？
ここから一つ山を越えたところにあるの。何かを完成させると言って、もう何日も石切り場にこもりきりなの。
Please, no more mountains. Not for now.
明日の朝、食事を届けに行くから、その時一緒に。
Oh dear God.
わかった。
Well, we knew that the mirrors were only made in Beilu Village, so I guess we found the guy who makes them. Cool. Hey, Shenmue. You outside? Perhaps maybe looking at the big old, big tree? Or maybe you're actually in the, kitchen. God, I keep on pressing R2 to run, but because I'm in... Ah, there you are. But because I'm in a enclosed environment, it just goes into first-person mode.
おはよ
今、お弁当の準備をしているの。もう少し待ってて。
Sure thing.
お待たせ。父のところへ行きましょう。
う。ああ。
こっちよ。私についてきて。
ああ。シェンファー、
何？
その石切り場ってどんなところなんだ？
洞窟の中なの。
洞窟か。
洞窟をたどるとホールがあって、いつもそこにお弁当を届けているの。その先にももっと大きなホールがある。
その先にも？
ええ。でも父はその中に入れてくれないから、どんな場所なのか私にはわからない。でも糖が緑石の石切り場だとは聞いている。
糖が緑石？
そう。亮の持っているあの鏡と同じ石。亮、聞いていい？
なんだ？
その鳳凰の鏡のことなんだけど。
ああ。
父の部屋にあった図面には竜の模様もあったでしょ？
ああ。俺の親父はもう一枚竜の鏡も持っていた。
その竜の鏡は？
Well, funny story.
蘭亭という男に奪われた。親父はその時に。
Oh, okay, we're just going straight into it.
殺された？
そうだ。
Oh yeah, that's right. I didn't tell you about my massive revenge.
亮のお父さんが。
え？鏡のために？
裏に伝わる話。 昔、皇帝の勅命で唐が緑石の鏡が何枚か作られたの。でもその鏡に秘められた力を手に入れようとして時の権力者たちが鏡を奪い合い、ある者は命まで落としたって。
Well, history does like to repeat itself.
そんな言い伝えが。
怖い。
シェンファー、
何か悪いことが起きなければいいけど。
とにかくシェンファーのお父さんに話を聞くしかないな。石切り場へ急ごう。
うん。
Oh, dude, that's some straight up like painted backgrounds painted mountains in the background. That looks cool.
シェンファーはいつもこの道を。
うん。あ、
どうした？
いつもと違う。
何が？
鳥たちが一羽もいない。
え？
ここは渡り鳥が羽を休める場所。いつもは鳥たちが集まって楽しそうに話してる。なのに今日に限っていないなんて。
何かあったのか？
わからない。でも
シェンファー？
胸騒ぎがする。りょう、急ぎましょう。
わかった。行こう。
Oh, I'm getting bad mojo. God, in a different timeline, and a different universe, this would be the entrance to a Zelda dungeon. I mean, I guess any mine, in all honesty, would be a Zelda dungeon in a different timeline. A mine's just too easy to be a dungeon.
中は暗いからこれを持って。
There's something just about how natural it looks. Oh my god, I can see where the GIF starts. I can see the seam where the flame GIF starts. That's amazing.
私についてきて。
ああ。
Well, here we go. God, even the music's kind of dungeon-like. Music's ramping up. Getting some bad voodoo. Bad mojo. I mean, if you say so. God, I'm just waiting for the treasure chest with the map in it. It would honestly be appreciated at this point, or at least a compass. Point me toward where I get my Triforce piece.
扉が開いている。いつもは鍵がかかっているのに。
この向こうには何が？
わからない。父は一度も中に入れてくれなかった。もしかするとこの中に。
行こう。ここは。
Okay, before I was kind of joking with the whole dungeon thing, but come on. Again, you could argue that cave structures by themselves are a dungeon, but come on. That entrance is looking like I'm entering the jaws of hell. It's got teeth and everything. And yes, I know they're stalagmites / tights, whichever one it is. I always forget.
見て、道が続いている。
とにかく奥へ行ってみよう。
Dude, this place looks awesome. Just ignore the fact that that is a JPEG of water at the bottom there that has no animation. Hey, at least the waterfalls were animated. I can't wait to see how Shenmue looks in free full stop, like with all the different locations. This place, if we come back to it, yeah, that'll be a nice place to take a look at.
父の字。シェンファへ、私の役目は終わった。我ら一族に託されし法王が今
完成した。村に伝わる定めの時が来たのだ。シェンファよ、かの法王を携えし者とその証を確かめるのだ。そしてその者に身を委ねよ。共に行くがよい。お前に家電の七聖剣を授けよう。その剣を私と思い身につけるがいい。私はいつもお前を見守っている。
七聖剣。
And now I got my dungeon item. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm done. God, when is the boss going to appear? Also, your dad is psychic.
その証を確かめる。
その証って。
わからない。でもきっとここに何か手がかりがあるはず。
シェンファー。
Yeah, literally my master sword. God, I was right on the money with the Zelda analogy. Well, that looks like something important, but let me just make sure there isn't anything else. It would be nice to put these torches on fire so I can at least see a little bit better. Alright, was there anything else on the table? No. Well, okay, let's go to the extremely obvious important looking thing, because look at this. It's all mystical and shit.
これは
七聖剣の模様と同じ。亮。
そうか。
the boss is just a QTE. Dude! They have a... Oh, that's awesome. They have a specific symbol for doing the sword. Do it, Rio. Plunge that sword.
Ryo. Mite, Ryo.
I swear to God, if we have to do a puzzle right now.
なんだあれは。
We are doing a Zelda puzzle. Okay, this analogy's going way too far. Like, I said it as a joke. I didn't expect to be able to get this much material out of just a haphazard comment I happened to make. But come on! Like, we got a Master Sword as our dungeon item, and now we're doing our puzzle, and it's got the Phoenix symbol on the ground. Yeah, I know what I need to do right here. Rio, put it in. Take that mirror out of your pocket and slap it in that indentation.
Ryo.
And it gets its own icon. I've been holding on to this damn thing for 2 games. And finally... Well, okay, to be fair, you did actually lead me, you know, to the place where I needed to go. But still!
Ryo.
Oh my God. Like, where's the Link to the Past sound effect? That reminded me of like the opening to Link to the Past so much. Okay, sorry, I'm done. I'm done talking about Zelda. And hey, would you look at that? I was literally talking about how I wanted those things to be lit. Probably could have just used the torch, but whatever, this was cooler.
これは。
竜と鳳凰。
鏡と同じだ。
父はこれを。
You know what? Don't worry, Rio. I don't think you have to carry bows in your pocket for 2 games.
東の凸国より海を渡りて現れる若者姫七から未だ知らずかの身滅ぼすこともかの願い叶えしこともそのもの勇み立つとき我を求める共に荒れ野の道を行かん待ちて願え開口は我の古よりの定めなり地より現れし竜が黒雲をいざない天を覆うも舞よりし鳳凰その翼によりて四風を生むがごとく漆黒の世は広がりしも明星は一つ燦爛と輝く
その歌は
村に古くからある言い伝え
携えし者。
Rio, it literally just said Finn. And that's Shenmue 2. The story goes on. Oof. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. If I got to that point, if I played this game as it came out, assuming that let's just assume that I'm the same age that I am now back then, and I played this game when it came out, I would have been so annoyed, so ticked off when the news that Shenmue 3 was not happening would have come out. Like, oh, that would have been agonizing. And now we wait 18 years. Okay, but seriously though, that aside, I'm so glad I finally get to play this game series, dude. I'm so happy I finally have a chance to play it. And I'm so happy I don't have to wait 18 years. Like, this... Shenmue 1 and Shenmue 2... Shenmue 2 feels different from Shenmue 1. There's not as much waiting around. It feels... there's definitely things that feel faster, because it actually lets you wait for things, which speeds up the game a lot. I remember playing Shenmue 1 on stream, and there would be times where I would just, like, sit in the corner and wait, because I was waiting for things to happen. And the thing is, these games have so much nitty-gritty detail in them. Like, there is so much stuff in this game that I just had to miss, because I for the main part, I critical pathed this game. Like, there were definitely times that I goofed off and, like, you know, did the lucky hit minigame and also did the gacha stuff, but, like, there was so much stuff and that I just missed out on to do with, you know, the girl, shit, I'm sorry, I forgot her name, that was just being shown in the picture right there, and, like, all of these, like, day-to-day activities you could do of just talking to people and all the things that you could do just by, you know, just living out your day. Like, I finished this game, like, what was it? 3 months earlier than, the in-game time for when you're supposed to get the bad ending. You know? How old am I? 22. Wait, you're at Kiwami 1? How did you get there so fast? Unless you've been skipping through. But anyway, regardless. I'm just happy that I finally get to experience Shenmue 2. Man. This game's pacing was, like, all over the place. I don't even mean that in a bad way. Like, having the final encounter up the top of the tower and then doing this session, which felt so different because it's, you know, it's technically Shenmue 3, but it's Shenmue 2.5. I'm so glad I did these two sessions separate from each other. I'm so glad I did this part of the game separate from the end with the tower. I'm so glad that I was able to experience these two parts separately. Because I felt like, I feel like if I did them right after another, like one after another, then that would have been like tonal whiplash. Next time I play, I gotta go duck racing. I do. I will probably, like, Shenmue is definitely one of those series I will play from the start again at some point in my life, and I will just do everything, you know? I will get all the capsule machines, I will get, you know, gacha machine capsule toys, I will do the duck racing, I will do all of these stuff. Like, for streaming purposes, I feel like, you know, it's better to just go mainly critical path, because there will be so much time and downtime I don't want to say wasted, but, like, there will be so much downtime if I just went for, some of this stuff. and it's more suited for casual play in that regard. You should watch the Shenmue 3 Spirit of the Land trailer now. It's no spoilers, but shows Bailu Village in another city. I've been keeping myself pretty clean with Shenmue 3. I've kind of decided I want to... I mentioned this before, but with a lot of game releases I'm interested in, I find myself not being as inclined to watch trailers anymore, because I want to keep myself relatively fresh. There are exceptions to that rule with certain things, but if it's stuff to do with story, then I keep myself relatively clean. If it's gameplay stuff, then I usually watch it. Or if I know the story already with, like, and it's like a remake, like Final Fantasy VII Remake. Watching it, by the way, I'm 4 years older than me, and I'm becoming an uncle for the 6th time. You either have a lot of family members, or you have someone that really likes having kids. And you know what? Fair enough. I played this game over 10 times and never bothered with the Caps of Toys fake fan. Your words, not mine. It's fine. 10 times, though. You must really like Shenmue. Well, I'm just glad I got to play it one time. And now I get to go straight on to Shenmue 3 with the story, like, fresh in my mind. There we go. It's no story, it's just landscape views. I feel like I would still like to see the visuals for myself when I first see them, you know? Man, Shenmue. What a series. What a saga. So, okay. Let's get this, I probably should bring this up, and let's get this, okay, first things first. I'm going to remember to do this, because I always forget to do this. Let's, let's go here. Let's do that, and then let's put on some, you know what? Since I mentioned it, let's do this. Yeah, there we go. Let's get some nice... Let me just turn it down a little bit. There we go. Actually, hang on. One sec, let me do this way. There we go, that's better. Okay, you guys should be able to hear that properly with no problems. Anyway, let's get some nice calm music. Let's discuss this. Shenmue, you know what? Yeah, Shenmue 1. Really enjoyed that game. Had some old game things, which, you know, I had to get used to, but still, it's really enjoyed the tone and the pace. It was so unique. And I liked, and I'm a patient guy, so it fit me perfectly. This game, slightly less so. It was a bit more faster pace. I didn't have to wait for as many things, but I still really enjoyed it. I probably still like Shenmue 1 a little bit over Shenmue 2, just because of some personal bias things, like I mentioned before. And since I'm doing this as like an outsider looking in, because again, I didn't grow up with these games, but I finally get the chance to play them. I'm super excited to get to play Shenmue 3 so soon after, you know? One of my brothers has 4 kids, the older one has 1 kid, and my sister's getting a kid, so yeah. Fair enough. So now is the question, is Shenmue 3 going to be a day 1 stream, or are you going to wait till after? I could versus all the Street Fighters again if you go to the Shenmue collection. You know what? I think I'm good. I think I'm good for now. I think I'll save myself. Yeah, this is one of those type of games where, yeah, you're right. I feel like you have to, like, a recap video, you know, don't, you know, discredit it. You know, I know some people don't have the time to play through 2 full games, so it does its job. But, I'm glad that I got to play through both games fully. I'm glad that I took the time to do that. And I'm glad I got to show people who are familiar with the game, like, a blind take on it. But yes, let's go to the question. Am I going to do Shenmue 3? Yes, I am. I feel like I should. I want to do Shenmue 3. Like, I think it's crazy if I decided to go, alright guys, I did Shenmue 1, I did Shenmue 2, let's, and then, like, go, yeah, it's just no Shenmue 3. I feel like that's crazy if I decided to do that. Now, the question is, am I going to do it straight at launch? Here's my stance on that. So, I feel like a lot of people have been waiting for Shenmue 3. And I feel like a lot of people will want to play Shenmue 3 for themselves first. So, it won't be day one. That being said, I'm going to give it a few days. I'm going to give it a few days. I'm going to let people enjoy it. I'm going to let people play it. Because a lot of people have been looking forward to it. And I'm going to stream it, like, a few days, you know, up to a week after the fact that it's come out. That's what I've decided. I've decided I am going to go through with it. I am doing Shenmue 3. I get to experience it, you know, blind, along with a lot of other people. And if you guys, and if anyone's watching wants to play Shenmue 3 for themselves, then you have the chance to. So I'm not going to do it day one. And to be honest, I'm going to start doing that with a lot of games that are new, if I decide to cover them. I feel like a lot of people now want to play the games for themselves first. There's definitely, you know, people that, you know, jump on the chance for day one coverage. But I feel like I'm going to... Yeah, I feel like I should give people the chance to play it for themselves. I know a few people in my chat right now that have expressed to me that they don't want to watch certain things because they want to play it for themselves. And I find that completely understandable. So I'm kind of just going to lay back a little bit and just give people the time they need to play it. Yeah, I think Shenmue 2 is a better game. I think that's the best way... I think that's a good way to put it. I like Shenmue 1 as an experience and the atmosphere more, and I prefer Shenmue 2 as a video game. It's still got some kinks, but it's a bit more polished. I could always wait till the NicheStream playthrough. Well, actually, that's a nice segue, because I get to tell this. NicheStream playthrough, for people that don't know, is going to be Resonance of Fate. And by the way, that game is very long, and it's a long RPG, but I really want to cover. I'm glad people voted it in. I want to do Valkyria Chronicles, but Resonance of Fate just, like, snuck in and took the prize. And yeah, it's a long game, so I don't want to wait that long for me to do a full playthrough. I think 2 stream playthroughs is completely doable. I've been able to do both Fatal Frame and Shenmue 2, and then we'll have one-offs in between. So, Resonance of Fate and Shenmue 3 will be the full playthroughs going forward. So yeah, for people who don't know, Resonance of Fate is the next stream playthrough that will be starting. So keep an eye out for that. Resonance of Fate is an extremely weird game. I feel like it's one of those games where I know for a fact people have beaten it. Like, people have beaten it, but and people have beaten it on YouTube. But I never feel like there's been a definitive playthrough of Resonance of Fate. I'm not saying I'm going to be the definitive playthrough, but it's just one of those games where I feel like everyone always gets to a point and then they stop. And I want to push through, because it's a hard game. If you don't know what you're doing, it's weird. So there's been some reading up that I've been doing, not spoilery stuff, but like some tips and tricks that I've been reading up, basically to prepare myself, because there's some certain things that I need to try and understand with Resonance of Fate, because I gave it... Resonance of Fate, my history with it is I gave it about an hour, like when it came out on PS3. I didn't understand it, and I was a dumb kid back then, so it doesn't blame me. And I basically went, man, this is hard. I don't want to invest time into this. This is gonna take a while. But now, since I'm doing it for stream, and I have the goal of beating it on stream, I now have the I now have the gumption to go, right, I'm gonna beat it. Which is, a lot of reasons for why I want to do RPGs on stream, because it's a good motivating factor to be like, man, I'm gonna beat this game. No stopping halfway. No, like, getting halfway, then waiting 2 years and forgetting where I am and then restarting all over again. No, we're gonna beat it on stream. So, I really hope for everyone here that's enjoyed Shenmue, I really hope you give Resonance of Fate a try, because it's a very interesting game. Plus, I think its setting and everything, and its style are so cool. But, yeah, we'll get to that when we get to that. Is Resonance of Fate going to be on PS4? Yes, in fact, I can show you the version I got. Yes, I got the PS4 4K HD 60 FPS version. So this is the best it's going to look, barring, 4K. Unfortunately, I don't have the capacity to record in 4K, but I think it's a gimmick anyway, and plus on YouTube, there's compression, so I feel like the 60 FPS is more of a boon anyway. Obviously, technical best version would be PC, but I think Resonance of Fate, it was a PS3 game, and then 4K, it's a 1080 60 on PS4, so I think that's pretty good. Plus, I don't think there's been a lot of coverage of the PS4 version. Glad Valkyria Chronicles didn't win because I want to play it. That's one way of looking at it, definitely. I could try out Prototype Remastered. Honestly, I did think about buying Prototype 1 and 2 Remastered, but it's just another one of those games where it's like, man, it's one of those games that from last generation that kind of just went on by, and I was always passively interested in trying it out, but I just never did. So, and it always goes on sale for dirt cheap, the remastered version, so there's probably a time where I'll pick it up, but that'll be for me. I won't probably do it on stream. Unless you happen to be a member and then put it on the list. By the way, I'll mention this just in case people don't know. I should mention it. I'll be very quick about this. Do have memberships. If you're a member, you're getting perks. You can read up the perks on the memberships community tab. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, blah, 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 all of that fun stuff, and it does help out. You can give donations through the super chat on, YouTube. It's basically Twitch's donation. Not Twitch, sorry. YouTube's donation. And it does help out, just... If you want to support, it is all appreciated. For while we stay on YouTube. I used to stream on Twitch. I'll mention this just in case people didn't know. But I used to stream on Twitch, but then I decided I wanted to focus all efforts on YouTube because that's where my main audience is. And then probably after a time when I'm happy that I got substantial growth, then I'll switch on back to Twitch, because I do feel like it's the better streaming platform. But for now, YouTube is fine. Like, all that it does is fine. I think people blow out of proportion that it's bad. But that's just personal opinion. Obviously, I stream on it, so it works. People show up. So it works. I heard Resonance of Fate. What's it like? Also, I dropped the stream before the ending since I had missed the ending, but I'll rewatch it later. Oh, don't worry about it. Resonance of Fate, I've said it, but I'll say it again. I don't mind. That's not a complaint, just, But, it's a very interesting game. It's a JRPG shooter? I think it's the best way to put it. It's got a very interesting gameplay style. It was developed by a company. It was published by Sega, but it was done by a company called Tri-Ace, and Tri-Ace are probably most well known for. I don't want to get this wrong. They did Star Ocean, Integrity, and Faithlessness, which gets mixed opinions, but the gameplay of that game is solid. It's just its story that has a problem. Or it has the main problem. I also think it's got a pretty good art style, but that's just me. Tri-Ace has also done... Is it Valkyria Profile that they did? Or is it just Star Ocean? Oh, they did, yeah, it's Valkyrie Profile, and, oh, they did all the Star Ocean games. Never mind, I thought they just did, Integrity and Faithlessness, but no, they did all of them. Okay, so, yeah, that makes sense. And then Resonance of Fate was, a sort of weird one-off thing that they did. So there you go. Well, they're Prototype 2 for me, and I like the new main guy. I mean, he's Soldier Man. At least that's how I know him. I mean, I guess he's better than Edgy McEdgerson from the first game. I don't even remember. I think the guy from the first Prototype was called Alex. I just call him Edgy McEdgerson because look at him. It's the edgiest protagonist from like 2010 or whenever that game was released. 2009? It was somewhere around that time frame. But yeah, I hope you guys show up for Resonance of Fate. It's, first, I will admit this. First session's going to be a lot of tutorial, because there's a lot of stuff I need to learn, because the game's so different. There's a lot of, I don't want to spoil it, but, like, the gameplay is very, interesting and unique. I remember what it's like, I remember playing it, and I remember being like, what the fuck am I doing? So there's definitely going to be a lot of stuff I'm going to have to get my head around in order to make it work, because the game's hard also, which is why I want to beat it, and it's why I want to document it on stream, because it's like, I need to get to the end of this game, because this game, if you're not careful, and you just sort of go in not knowing what you're doing, it can kick your ass. So that's why I'm going in prepared. You know, I'm going in, I'm not going to underestimate this game. I'm going in knowing what I'm up against, and I'm going to be like, okay, I'm ready. So we're going to be spending a lot of time figuring stuff out. A JRPG shooter, I may check it out. The only JRPG shooter I ever played was Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet. It's not quite that. No, you know what, it's nothing like that. I'm not even going to lie. It's just one of those, again, if you're interested, then show up to the first session, because, it is quite something, but, I can't show it now, because this is the Shenmue stream, but, like, I really want to show it, because it's so interesting. But it's also the Matrix, like, that's the other part I forget, it's a JRPG shooter that's also the Matrix. So yeah, just trying to imagine that. Sergeant James Heller, the first guy was Alex Mercer, that was his name. What do I think about the Death Stranding reviews now? I mean, I saw them on launch day, I don't know what they are now. Yeah, they're at like 86 overall on OpenCritic. I mean, I've never cared for reviews, because I play a lot of quote-unquote mediocre games that I really enjoy, and that was the point where I'm like, okay, reviews, they're good as a kind of guideline. Like, obviously, if a game's like 30 out of like 100, then that's like oof, that's a rough. But, I'm still willing to give 60s to 70s a chance if, like, the premise or what they're trying to do really interests me. I'm not give Death, I was, you know, I'm down for giving Death Stranding a try. I always liked Kojima games, so whatever that game was going to review, I was going to try it. Unless it, like, somehow bombed horrifically, which it didn't. It seems very divisive as the type of game it is, but from what I'm hearing from the hearsay, it's something I'll enjoy, just because of my mindset and how I play games. So, yeah. I look forward to that. I've been feeling burnt out with JRPG playthrough and need something to get interested in. And yes, that is interesting. kind of funny how IGN gave it a 6.8 and IGN Japan gave it a 9.5. Yeah, you could chalk that up to difference of cultural, you know, what they're used to. But, I mean, it is what it is. A lot of the IGNs, other than IGN America, or based IGN, whatever, IGN Source, whatever you want to call it, gave it a lot higher reviews than, yeah. Just shows that reviewers are kind of pointless. I don't think they're pointless. The problem is, the whole point of a reviewer is you need to try and find one that has similar taste to you, and, you know, follow them along. So they're supposed to be a guideline. They're not supposed to be the be-all end-all of, I will buy this, I will not. But a lot of people do use them as the be-all end-all of saying, like, this game sucks, or this game's awesome, this game's amazing. And I think review scores have kind of skewed people, because as now 8s are not good enough, which I think is atrocious. Like, I can't believe there are games out there which are 8 out of 10, and people say they are not worth your time or effort. I think that's stupid. But, yeah, it is what it is. Obviously, that's my opinion. I play 6 and 7s, so what do I know? You're just used to trash. Or maybe I think the ideas that they're going for are unique enough and are interesting and fun enough. You know, that's the most important part. To where I think they outweigh the flaws. So, yeah. Oh, you're coming out from under the bed now. Please don't hit over. Yeah, thank you for not hitting over my microphone. Sorry, guys, give me 1 sec. I'm gonna let my dog out of my room. There we go. He was very happy underneath that bed. Or let's say the point systems in review are pointless. Yeah, but the problem is people like point systems, because it's really easy to just look at a point. Like, most people probably skim over the review part and the words, and they just want to get to the point. Which is why people like points, because it's like, right, this is an 8. Boom, done. And then maybe you have, like, bullet points saying the good and bad. A lot of people don't want to actually read the whole thing. Oh, by the way, if people want to send me a friend request, you can. My PSN is the exact same as my YouTube. It's Field of Niche, since I've been able to change it. So happy. But yeah. I will also go into my settings and get rid of my notifications. Boop. There we go. But I won't get into debates about reviews and stuff. They're kind of like in my peripheral vision, and that's about it. I won't let them be the be-all end-all to whether I buy something or not, other than if it's a colossal trash fire. Like Left Alive was. That's a good example. God, I wanted that game to be good. And then it wasn't, and it was just absolutely terrible and boring, and it was like, ugh. Front Mission, will you ever get a good game? That's a game that I would like to cover. Anyway. But yeah, it is what it is. By the way, Steampunk, what, were you speaking about JRPG in particular? I went off topic for a second, but when you say you were getting burnt out, were you playing one in particular? I'm curious which one it was. Also, thank you for the friend request. I'm going to guess that's from Luna. Luna? Yuna. Named you the dog. Yeah! Yeah, figured. There you go. put you in the fans. Because I have a custom list, and I can actually use that feature, which is actually kind of nice. Will warn you though, I mostly play fighting games online, so... But hey, you never know. I'm really glad you enjoyed Shenmue, and you really gave it a chance. Guys like Jim Sterling hate Shenmue to the core. Jim is an interesting fellow. Jim, okay. Obviously, I'm actually not going to shit-talk him, because Jim Sterling is a man that, it's really interesting, because I have, a friend who really likes him, and he has the sort of personality for it. I disagree with a lot of things with Jim Sterling, but at the same time, I kind of like watching him because I disagree with him so much. He's actually my perfect sort of counterpoint, because I think it's actually really healthy to always listen to someone who has very contradicting opinions to you, in order to get, like, a different perspective. Like, I think it's criminal that he gave Vanquish a 3 out of 10. Like, I think that's insane. He's a crazy person. I was still interested to see why he didn't like it. I disagree with all of his points, but, you know, I still wanted to listen. So he's actually just kind of one of those people where every so often I'll be like, what's Jim saying? We do agree on certain points, though. Like, we both think Resident Evil 4 is one of the best games ever made, so I can't discredit that. I'm like, you got some good taste. I can't disagree with all of you. No, I was this morning. It was Akiba's Beat. I played through the tutorial and stopped there. I didn't think the game was boring. I was just bored. Fair enough. Like, it's definitely, like, there's definitely a part, like, Shenmue works for me because I'm a very patient person when it comes to games. I'm very patient. I will give games a lot of time to, like, build up. And for a lot of people, they just don't want that. They want to get straight into it, like, the action straight away. And there is credit to that. Like, there is a lot of, like, you know, it does take a lot because it's an investment of time, and people want to get to the good part straight away. I personally like the build-up, and even though some, I will say, are way too long, Persona 4, like, that game takes 3 hours to get started. That's way too long. Persona 5 kind of fits that issue. It only takes an hour, but that's still really long. But, you know, I'm very patient, so I accept that flaw with a lot of games. Shenmue's the same. Shenmue takes a while to get going. And I can see why that wouldn't gel with people. And it's got a very slow pace. I'm playing FF10 and I'm doing stuff that I never did before in FF10. Yeah, I remember you mentioned that you were trying to do the lightning dodges. Good luck with that. If you ever want to go for maximum weapon. I think it's 200 lightning dodges for the best weapon. I can't even remember who it was for. I think it was for Lulu. Or was it? No. Or was it an accessory? Shit, I can't remember. You gain the best of something from it. It's been so long. Yeah, a lot of Final Fantasy games can take their time. To be fair, a lot of JRPGs take their time. But, not 3 hours. It doesn't take 3 hours for FF10. Like, it does have a very long beginning, but, it's not 3 hours. You know what were the review scores for Fire Emblem Three Houses? It got really good review scores. That's what Fire Emblem Three Houses got. It got really good review scores. It was for Lulu. Okay, I remember that at the top of my head. I'm quite proud of that. He never finished the 200 lightning dodges. Thankfully, the PS4 version runs at 60 FPS, so it's easier to react to the lightning dodges, even though they were made for 30 FPS, so that causes a little bit of discrepancy from what I understand. There's also a trick. There's a certain point in the lightning field which you can always make it strike lightning, so you can time it. I think I enjoy slow-paced games a lot too. Most of these games just suck you into its world way deeper, and then fast-paced, more action-oriented games. I get that. Obviously, if you want to take time world building, then, you know, that's always nice. That's another interesting thing of Resonance of Fate. And I'll say this about the story. I don't know anything about the story other than the very beginning. But the other thing I do know is that Resonance of Fate is a game, and this is a very specific thing that... I don't even know if I want to call it a problem. It's a quirk. It feels like an entire world which is well established, it has all its rules, it feels like it knows exactly what its rules are, it feels like it's a completely fleshed out world, and it doesn't tell you for 20 hours any of it. And you know what game, that was an action game that had the same problem? It was Suda51's Killer is Dead. Killer is Dead felt like a world which was fleshed out, it felt like it had all of its lore, and all of its stuff, and everything was already figured out. You know, the creators, you know, figured it out, and it just didn't tell you any of it. And you had to just try and piece it together yourself without any information. Resonance of Fate is kind of like that, from what I understand with its storytelling. It feels like everything's been established already, but you're just late to the party. And you have to wait till like 20 hours in before you figure out anything. You just need to get a no-encounter weapon, that's your issue. Yeah, that's a big part of the Lightning Field also. Sounds like the One Piece story. I actually don't know much about One Piece. That's one of those series where I know I would enjoy it, but by God, it's so long. Same with Gintama. I know I would enjoy Gintama. I know I would enjoy it a lot. It's my type of humor. By God, it's so long. There are so many episodes. I already have enough people ragging me to watch stuff, and yes, I know Bungo Stray Dogs is still on there. I understand, I know. You don't need to tell me again. I feel that pain too. It's always the worst when you know you'll enjoy it, because it's like, man, I just need to dedicate the time, but I want to dedicate time to something else. The problem is, I do have the time, but I want to dedicate that time to making sure I don't have that time. Basically, I'm trying to get a job, so it's like, I shouldn't be dedicating time to watching like a 400, 500, whatever episode anime. I need to dedicate that time to finding a job so I can earn money. One Piece world building is insane, but you only learn about it around 200 episodes in. Dude, come on, I know you're a bit busy man, but Bungo Stray Dogs is life. Oh no, money's pretty nice for life also. It's, it would be nice. Unfortunately, I can't quit looking for a job and make YouTube full-time. I'm not, I'm not at that level yet. I'm a lot more consistent with uploads now, which I'm happy about. Now I'm focusing on one edited project. Judgment is super long. Judgment's way longer than I thought it would be. I'm on episode 48, almost, and I'm only on chapter 6. Like, I wasn't expecting it to be, like, Yakuza 0 in terms of, like, length and content, but it's getting up there. Yakuza 0 had so much, and, like, that playthrough was, like, 90-something episodes long. Yakuza 5 is still the longest. Yakuza 5 had over 100 episodes. In terms of a Ryuga Toku game. And, you know, I know everyone's done Judgment already, but I want to do it, and I want to do it as thoroughly as possible. I want to do all the friendships, I don't want to do all the side cases, and I'm making my way through them. So that's how I'm going to play that game. So, I don't care if everyone's gone off it. Have to make a good backlog for moving. I mean, that's been a whole other thing, because once I move, because it's my mother who's moving, technically, and, you know, I'm moving with her, and then once that happens, then if I do move, and then it's like, well, now time to job search all over again for a completely different area of the country, because that's how it works. Plus, I don't have, you know, a car or the ability to drive. Like, I mean, I can drive, but, you know, not legally. I only have a provisional license. And guess what? I need lessons, and in order to get lessons, I need money. And to get money, I need a job, so... Well, yeah, you know, I'm in the loop now, basically. So I just need that, it's, you know, it will all fit together. But, it'll just take time and perseverance, because that's just how it is. Obviously, not to complain. I don't come on streams to complain about my life. So, because I want to have fun. And this gives me a good excuse to have fun. And I'm glad you guys have fun. And I can get hype about video games, because video games are awesome. Please look forward to my begathon coming soon. Okay, no. Shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that. Really? I finished Judgment at around 60 hours, complete with all sub-stories. Judgment was, Yakuza 0 completed after 120 hours. Yeah, no, in terms of, like, it's, I'm more talking about in terms of, so... I think Judgment will be less hours, but I'm talking about in terms of video content and how many videos, like, how much video, time it's taking. Like, there's a lot less, there's a lot more stuff I want to show on Judgment, and there's not so much stuff I need to do in the downtime. Like, obviously, Yakuza 0 had the real estate minigames and, like, the Cabaret Club minigames, so a lot of that took up time in the downtime, which upped those play hours. But Judgment doesn't have as much as that, but it still has quite a lot of content, and most of it I show on camera. So, in terms of actual playtime, Judgment will probably be less. However, in terms of actual video time, they're quite similar. Because, there's not as much stuff I need to cut out or do in my own time in order to get to the important points. You get what I mean? Ah, Agent Cat, you haven't finished Yakuza 0? I highly recommend it. Still need to do all the side cases in Judgment. I've done quite a fair few. I think most of them are now locked behind story progression. I know the game has like 13 chapters? 14 chapters? So similar to a regular Yakuza game length in terms of chapters, and I'm on chapter 6. Obviously I don't know what the pacing of those chapters are like, if it like speeds up, so maybe just out of nowhere I could just finish everything within 10 episodes, which I'm sure is not going to happen. I still have tons of side cases I need to do. But yeah, I'm just taking my time with it. Which in YouTube language is terrible. Because you shouldn't take your time with it. Everyone wants all the stuff now, but I do. And I'm happy when people watch my stuff and they say, hey, I'm glad you did all the stuff. And or hey, I'm glad that you actually were thorough. Because it's rewarding. Plus, I feel like then the playthroughs have more value. If that makes any sense, because there's more to watch. I try to be thorough with my gameplay. Sometimes it's not 100%, like there's stuff in Nier I missed out on, and I really want to go back to that game one of these days, but, you know. New games first, and take priority. In terms of full playthroughs. The Joe Amon fight in Judgment is insane. The frame rate goes down to like 10 frames a second. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of stuff moving on in that fight. It's not quite 10 frames. It's not that bad. Some of the chapters that I have left are medium length. Trying to internalize that as a length in my head, and I don't know what that would be. Don't tell me. I'd rather keep it as a surprise. Keeper's Beat is a game that hooked me on its concept dealing with music, but the reviews of it have been similar to Persona 5, kind of caught me off guard. I know Keeper's Beat got really, like, a lot of... Like, it got a lot of, critics weren't so nice to it, and people weren't so nice to it. I'm not sure if it deserves it. I'm not sure if it's just not, you know... Like, I just sort of go... Like, that's one of those games where there was so much negativity around it, I sort of went, okay, there must be a problem with it. But, to be honest, I don't know. Because I haven't played it. And to be fair, I haven't watched a lot of footage of it either, so... I could be super wrong. It could be just because it's, maybe doesn't have, like, a super interesting hook in terms of, like, its gameplay. Yeah, I've heard Joe Amon fight in Judgment's, a thing. I heard it's a thing. We'll see when we get to it, because I am going to do it. And by the way, just as a reminder, I'm playing Judgment on hard difficulty. I think I can change the difficulty, but I want to beat him on hard difficulty, so that's going to be fun. Hopefully, all of my doing side stuff and doing everything with friendships hopefully bolsters, like, you know, the SP that I need, or all of the stuff that I need in order to hopefully... I don't want to say have no problems, but at least leverage some of the problems, but we'll see. Final boss of Sekiro didn't take me as long as many other people, I will admit. I did that game on stream. I actually have the stream archive on my channel of Sekiro. Final boss took me, like, what, 40 minutes? 30 minutes? Somewhere around then? It didn't actually take me that long. Because I'm pretty good at reading on patterns and stuff, so I didn't just hit my head against a brick wall. You also played it on hard? Well, there we go. You could have dropped the Judgment Amon fight on easy. Doesn't surprise you that Joe Amon is in Judgment. It doesn't surprise me either. He's probably going to be in Yakuza Like a Dragon, let's be honest. On that subject, very quickly, can I just say how much I love the idea of taking the English name and then... taking the Japanese name, and then when you get to a certain point, also putting it in the subtitle for the English version of that game. For some reason, it's happened with the games that got to number 7. Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, and Biohazard 7 Resident Evil, and now Yakuza 7 Like a Dragon, or Yakuza Like a Dragon. Or, sorry, Like a Dragon 7. Although in Japan it's called, like, Of Darkness, Of Dark and Light, or something like that. But I love that as a concept. I actually really like the idea of going, okay, Yakuza, subtitle Like a Dragon, and that's a reference to the Japanese title. I think that's actually super cool. For Rao's second one was easy to me, though, where others said it was hard. I guess it's just a matter of, like, what type of moveset you struggle and are better against. Like, I struggled against the ape. But once I actually remember, like, I struggled against the ape for a very specific reason, and that's because I thought I couldn't parry the ape, because I thought, oh, it's a big monster, it's going to break through my parry and my guard, but no. I completely forgot, oh wait, all unblockable attacks have a mark on them. So, like, I was thinking of, like, Bloodborne Dark Souls rules of, like, big monster does big attack, you can't block it. Especially since you didn't have a sword. So, mainly Bloodborne rolls, but, you know. And then it got to the point where I'm like, wait, no, that's completely against this game's rule set. And then that's when it clicked and went, oh, I could just parry this stuff instead of just trying to dodge. And then the fight became immensely easier after that. That was my fault. That was because I internalized the logic, my own logic, as opposed to the game's logic. Of like, oh, big monster's gonna break my guard. No, wait, big guard break moves have a specific icon if they're gonna guard break, so that doesn't make any sense. Also, how could they guard break me because I don't have a stamina gauge? It would straight up be unfair if, like, every attack this monster did could guard break without the mark. Anyway. That's going to be it for this stream. Fatal Frame, done and dusted. Shenmue 2, ready for Shenmue 3. So keep an eye out for the start of the next full playthrough, which will be Resonance of Fate. I'm probably going to not stream tomorrow. I'm going to take the Sunday off. Also, keep an eye out for the one-offs that are happening. There's still, I've given time for people to do Final Fantasy 14 Shadowbringers. So now I get to do my turn, because I haven't touched it yet. I'm not going to be doing any of the story content for a very specific reason, which I'm not going to talk about, because that's a plan cooking in my brain. But I will do all of the extra stuff that got added with the patch. So pop in, because that'll be a nice talky stream that you can just chill in, and we'll do some leveling, because I still got White Mage to level. Other than that, I got some certain other things that I really want to try out, and there'll be one-off streams, so yeah, just keep an eye out. But next full playthrough to start will be Resonance of Fate, and then it will be Shenmue 3 sometime after it comes out, November 19th. And I got the PS4 version of Shenmue 3. So who knows, I might even get something for having Shenmue 1 and 2 on PS4 also. Well, yeah, you get what I mean. Like, with the unblockable attacks with the symbol... Of course you even got the right symbol. But you got what I mean. I'm saying unblockable as an example. You know, I understand that they're not unblockable, because there's ways to parry them and get around them, but you get what I mean. But anyway, yeah, see you next time, and hopefully see you guys at the start of Resonance of Fate, or whatever else I decide to do. Also, yeah, Judgment's going to keep on continuing, so don't worry about that. See you guys next time. Peace out.